The beginning of the story is not in a frenzied comic book series or a movie, but in a colorful world of gaming, as an announcement suddenly echoes from the system. Congratulations, you are the first to take a joyride in the immortal copper. This in-game notification gets our gamer quite thrilled, not only because of the glory but also the attractive but substantial prizes unlike any 400 million gifts. However, the joyful moment doesn't last long. Just as he was basking in happiness, he was ambushed by an unexpected assault. The attacker, after defeating our protagonist, scornfully sneered, "A worm aspiring to be a king? Regrettably, you don't qualify," and there and then, he decided to bury our hero on the spot. At the end of the intro, the two left a void in the hospital, with the doctor's voices filling the space. The patient is a 20-year-old male with severe bleeding. We need immediate resuscitation. His pulse dropped to 0, start CPR immediately. 1, 2, 3, and go. The resounding tune of life suddenly plays, startling our hero back to consciousness. As he opens his eyes, he's confronted with a horrifying scene, with no understanding of what's happening. What on earth is going on with me? I remember being killed by someone, but what's the current situation? Where am I? Before he can figure out where he is, he looks down, and the sight makes him utterly horrified, causing him to exclaim in terror. It seems like he's nonchalantly sitting on a pile of corpses, which makes him think, I never did anything to harm humanity in my past life, so why am I in hell? Before he can fully grasp the situation, he's abruptly hit with a splitting headache, making it even unclear who he is. But his confusion quickly passes like a fleeting old love interest. His mind gradually recalls the memories of his past. My name is Bai Cheese, a 20-year-old streamer who wasn't very popular. But my fanbase increased significantly because I recently streamed a game. It was an action role-playing game in an open world called Throne of the Soul King. The game, set in a fictional medieval Western background enriched with an alien ship crash landing, blends ancient civilization and future technology, applauded for its unique world background, plotline, and high-end graphics. However, the game's abnormal difficulty level disheartened many players and led them to streaming platforms to watch streamers struggle and suffer. And I, attracting a massive viewership with my cunning tricks, provided a stunning and shocking gaming experience for audiences. Yet, just as I was reaching the zenith of my life, I suddenly died in a mysterious way. You die, but you still live, or rather, you're reborn. Have you finally escaped from the negative impacts of reincarnation? At the sound of this voice, Bok Koi can't help but wonder, who's talking? This familiar voice is. The system quickly provides an explanation. From a multidimensional perspective, every game created is an independent world. With this, he realizes it's the voice assistant of the gaming platform, Game Plus World, and hence a connection is made. The system continues its announcement. Player Bok Koi, due to your death, the special prize in Throne of the Soul King, the Key of Rebirth, has been activated. You have now been reborn in the Throne of the Soul King world. At this point, he realizes, so the special bonus is rebirth. Although the time of death is unclear, going through resurrection once isn't too bad, but if I think deeper, why can't I be reborn in a world full of beautiful girls and benefits like some romance game? Or something like a universal trip with hot girls in the scorching summer? Why was I reborn in a difficult hellish world like Throne of the Soul King? I'd rather die for comfort, at least not to suffer. In response to Bok Koi's lecherous query, the system shares its perspective. The Key of Rebirth is a unique reward of Throne of the Soul King. No other game has this kind of benefit. Bok Koi, realizing the so-called benefit the system mentioned, feels a little wronged. What a pitiful benefit. I'd say it's rather malicious. I've had enough from playing games before. Given the nature of this game, it would never easily grant benefits. Tell me your real intention. What do you want me to do, sneaky system? Bok Koi demands straightforwardly and the system reveals without any attempt to conceal. Simply put, do what you do best. Claim Throne of the Soul King once again. But this time, becoming the king will yield a much grander reward called the Time Travel Key. Game Plus World enables you to traverse through game worlds and you may choose to return to your original world as well. Seeing the next prize, Bok Koi feels intrigued, yet puzzled. Why wasn't this given from the start? Although I am very interested in this reward, it's impossible to achieve it through the normal rebirth process. Especially in the Throne of the Soul King world, where the difficulty is hellish. Even a stray dog could potentially teach me a lesson again. Although there isn't an infinite resurrection mechanism, you're not left empty-handed. Across the Game Plus World platform, your account comprises 100 games of various genres, each complete with its achievements. You have the chance to unlock main characters randomly by completing missions and objectives at different stages, thereby inheriting their skills, tools, and equipment. The detailed explanation provided by the system stupefies Bok Koi, sparking a mix of disbelief and excitement. Can I really inherit the abilities and tools of main characters from these 100 games? That's incredible and actually quite intriguing. It feels a bit like receiving pity from the system, but in a fascinating way. I'm a fan of all sorts of games, not just popular ones. These 100 games encompass nearly all genres, from mainstream to AAA masterpieces, including indie productions and even text-based games without graphics. Just the thought of utilizing abilities, tools, and equipment from these characters in Throne of the Soul King's realm excites me. This round, they're in for a surprise. Amidst all of Bok Koi's deep pondering and self-reflection, the system offers another choice for him to consider. Bok Koi could also opt to live as an ordinary citizen with no powers at all. The final decision is entirely up to him to determine his course. Of course, Bok Koi could not simply dismiss this suggestion. He pondered over it carefully. An ordinary person? Steering clear of the deadliest bosses might seem safe and prudent, but there are still lethal dangers like disasters and famine to face. There's little meaning to it. Is the system, perhaps, subtly nudging me away from the ordinary life option to solidify my resolve to become king? Alright then, let's just settle it all now, Bok Koi decidedly speaks. You don't need to persuade me further. I've been an ordinary person for 20 years in my past life. After being reborn, I can't go back to that life again. Final question, are there any time limits or penalties associated with becoming the king? Oh my friend, don't be so tense, just relax. There are no time limits or penalties here, the system responded calmly. So, player Bok Koi, are you certain about choosing the path to become the king? Naturally, without any restrictions or penalties, why wouldn't he choose to become the king? Bok Koi promptly signs the contract, marking the start of his journey from an unknown commoner to a high and mighty king. Immediately after the contract is signed, the system announces, player Bok Koi, congratulations on your swift reunion with your ancestors. Oops, I meant, your swift return to the throne of the Soul King. Best of luck on all sides. Following the somewhat teasing announcement from the system, Bok Koi is transported to another place where he sees several people hanging upside down, conversing with each other. One of the men in the group began to mockingly speak up. Little guy, weren't you just bloated and nearly dead a few days ago? We thought you were about to expire, and now you come back to life. Are you some kind of immortal? But it doesn't matter. Since you're alive again, while those monsters haven't returned to their lair, hurry up and think of a way to get us down from here. Let's escape this cursed place together. The speaker was Gray, a sorcerer and one of the princess's spirit guardians. Reacting to Gray's suggestion, another man in the group quickly interjected, are you joking, Gray? Expecting a timid kid to rescue us? Did you see how scared he was, crying for his mom and dad and wetting his pants just days ago? Damn it, if it weren't for those traitors, we wouldn't be in this mess. This was House, a warrior and another one of the princess's guards. Just as House finished his rant, a voice with a sarcastic tone chimed in, what Princess Mina? What royal guard? What path of restoring the kingdom? At this point, none of that matters. Let's just die already. I'm tired of all this destruction. These sardonic words were spoken by Dat Ko, a tiger-human hunter tasked with protecting the princess. Lastly, someone who had remained silent up until these contentious exchanges, appeared passed out among the group. Mina, the purported princess herself, seemed too serene amidst the chaos, sparking curiosity about her true character. Bok Koi found himself already gaining a deep familiarity with the names and predicaments of these figures. Suddenly, Bok Koi realized something was off. These figures were NPCs from the game, but it was implausible for a freshly spawned character like himself to encounter them this early. And this isn't even the starting point of the original game. Thinking about it was terrifying. If I had chosen the commoner route, wouldn't I have died as soon as I was spawned? The malice of this hellish difficulty level seems strangely fitting and justified now, he mused, as more about his character began to unfold. Bok Koi was at the bottom of society, belonging to the human race with an incomplete job class. The storyline during Bai Chi's reincarnation has been completely messed up, leading to many things he can't understand. Because the original storyline of the game's first chapter should be, I was born in Anka village at level 1 to 10. Then I went to the Burning Forest at level 10 to 20 to complete the mission, and after triggering the mandatory storyline, I was captured by the animated dungeon at level 20 to 30, rescuing Princess Mina and her companions who were being hung upside down, and finally cooperating to escape from the new dungeon correctly. But for this reincarnation of Bai Qi, it was completely different. His beginnings were also completely messed up. But there was no other choice. Bai Qi had to let go of this story. For now, don't think about it too much. Choose an initial career first. Then you can formulate specific tactics. Survival is more important. Thinking is doing. He immediately opened the system to choose a career for himself. Immediately, the system presented him with various career choices. First was the warrior, a close combat class, equipped with a longsword and shield. Balanced offense and defense. Nickname: Tank King. Second was the mage, a ranged class, using a staff and magic to attack and heal. Can be called a cave in Chinese, a term sometimes used to refer to someone who is skilled and can cause a lot of damage. Third was the assassin, a close combat and ranged class, using daggers and throwing knives. Exceptional attack speed and agility. Fourth was the elementalist, a close combat and ranged class, using a staff or bow, manipulating the power of nature to attack. And finally, the noob, a character looked down upon by others, even despised by those below him. He had no special attributes or bonus armor. Initially, he only had a cloth and a stick. But without hesitation, Bai Qi chose the noob, which made the system very puzzled. With so many useful career choices, why did you choose the one with the least power and the hardest survival rate? I thought your choice this time would be different. Seeing its confusion, he took pity and explained. The choice of career for the Soul King's seat relates to survival rate and fighting style. Although you can switch careers mid-game, there is no way to escape the framework of the major careers. Only the noob class has extremely difficult survival skills. As long as you get past the initial stage of hell and survive, you can find a hidden NPC during the mid-game period who is in charge of attribute purification. You can freely change careers with no class restrictions. It has the highest difficulty, but also the highest reward. Plus, there is a huge hidden attribute. You can rely on unlimited class switching to get all the achievements of each class in one go. Plus, you don't need to restart different classes multiple times. That's why you could be the first one to clear the dungeon and get the full completion. Right, you slowpoke system. Wow, you really are a risk taker, brother. Now, back to the main topic. No wonder you're a level 0 player. The main mission has been updated. Main mission: survive to the dungeon exit. Mission reward: 1 account unlock point. 1 account unlock point can unlock 25% usage rights of items in the current game's inventory, randomly plus no level limit. Or randomly unlock a new game account and 25% corresponding item plus skill usage rights. The system's notification of this reward made Bai Qi realize that escaping the new dungeon was top priority. With that, Bai Qi got to work on his mission, prompting the others to speak up. Finally, you've come to your senses, Sao, do you too? They started to give orders like they were gods. Do you see that rope over there? Cut it, and it will drop us. Let's escape together. No mistake, that's it. Cut it. But with his second life experience, he knew what the rope did. So, he just stood there, despite their demands. But a while later, he did as they asked. And for that, he received thanks from these good people. Without anyone, we'd still be hanging here, waiting to die. Rather than actively seeking death, I'd rather hang suspended in midair, waiting for death. Now's not the time for this, Gray. Think of a way to wake up the princess. Come on, come on. Can you stop grumbling all day, House? Gray was leisurely trying to wake the princess, but suddenly he was attacked by something, sending him flying hard into the nearby wall. Seeing their comrade suddenly attacked, the others were startled. But then a monster appeared in front of them all. It was the leader of the mutated beast tribe, blood-covered Modik. This monster had reached level 30, and to it, the people in front of it were just food. And if it's food, it should be neatly stored in a freezer, right? Seeing the monster appear, the princess's guards realized, this is the leader of the mutated beast tribe. Why did it suddenly show up? Amidst their confusion, Bai Qi chuckled inwardly. He knew, if I choose to rescue them here, the thing waiting for us is the boss of this dungeon. This fight will be tough, and everyone will have to give it their all. But if I fight with my current three-nose state, no attributes, no level, no equipment, I'm dead for sure. The important thing is to get out of here alone first to get the account unlock point reward. Whether I come back to rescue them can be decided later. Although they are vital NPCs, right now, my own survival is the top priority. With that thought in mind, Bai Chi pretended not to see anything and walked on. The guards called out to him, "Hey, kid, what are you doing? Why aren't you helping us? You plan to run away alone?" And this is exactly what is happening. The princess's guards were still hanging there, yelling, "What are you thinking? You think you can escape the dungeon on your own? You don't have any judgment at all. Stop wasting time on him. He's just a noob with nothing, including IQ and courage. I bet he won't even survive a minute. So what? You won't believe me anyway. You'll understand my intention when the time comes." As expected, something appeared. A monster appeared, and it was a little surprised to see Bai Chi. As for Bai Chi, he seemed ready to face it. Seeing Bai Chi, the beast charged at him. The princess's protectors started to talk amongst themselves. "Look, I told you so. Even a level 5 mutated beast is too much for a level 1 noob like him. He's dead for sure." Ignoring them, Bai Chi stood there, facing the monster, thinking in his head, "Even if I choose not to rescue them, I can't avoid fighting. Defeating a level 5 monster will be tough. But this is not impossible for Bai Chi." With his top-tier level 0 skills, Bai Chi easily dodged the monster's attack. Witnessing this, the guards shouted, "Whoa, he dodged it twice. What kind of crazy luck does this kid have?" But someone recognized, it's not luck. His 2 dodges, while clumsy, were perfectly timed. This kid is not simple. Not to say he's a genius, but it's none of my business. All I want is to die. The others were starting to realize that Bai Chi was not to be underestimated. Bai Chi smiled to himself, pleased. Good, the connection between my body and mind is seamless. Even without the support of attribute, equipment, or class, the experience and reactions from countless battles still remain. While they were calm, the monster, furious after failing to hit Bai Chi, decided to throw a grenade right at him. An earth-shattering explosion occurred. Everyone thought that Bai Chi would be dead or at least seriously injured after the explosion. But he emerged from the blast unscathed, like a god. Holding his simple weapon, Bai Chi swung his stick continuously at the monster, dealing damage. Continuously delivering low-damage attacks, Bai Chi swung his stick at the monster relentlessly. Now, he stopped, stood tall, and pointed his stick directly at it, declaring, "This time, I'm going to land a fatal blow." Seeing himself, a powerful creature, being beaten like a puppy by this level 1 human, the monster was enraged. It wanted to charge and tear him apart. But its plan was only for the next life. Bai Chi quickly lunged forward, swinging his stick, sending the monster's head spinning. Seeing this, the guards hanging upside down were shocked. A level 1 noob actually killed a level 5 mutated beast without getting hurt, using only that wooden stick. The "Hello Kitty" character, still in a daze, admired the monster's death. The other one, appearing calmer than the others, had to reaffirm, "I admit, I underestimated him. But he used up all his strength to barely kill it. This won't increase his survival rate. He's still a dead man walking." Ignoring their chatter, Bai Chi sat atop the monster's corpse, panting, and reflecting, "Even though I can completely avoid attacks with experience and judgment, the attack power gap is impossible to bridge in such a short time. My attributes and weapons are still too weak. But it's alright. Since I chose the noob path, I'll adopt a strategy of avoidance. Avoiding unnecessary fights is the best way to go." After defeating the monster, the system appeared with a notification. Player Bai Chi has defeated a level 5 mutated beast. You have received 100 soul points, 2 gold coins, the Shattered Fang weapon, and +5 close combat attack power. His stat information appeared. Looking at it, he pondered again. My attribute sheet is as bad as predicted. I still need 900 soul points to level up. Killing monsters to level up is impossible right now. The ultimate goal is to escape this dungeon as quickly and safely as possible. With that in mind, he got up to leave. Seeing him walk away without hesitation, the others called out, "Wait a minute, brother. You're really not considering my suggestion? There are many powerful people here. Our chances of survival leaving from here are much higher. Let us down. You can have whatever you want, gold coins, equipment." Hearing their guards' pleas, Princess Mina, who was no longer unconscious, spoke up, "Okay, Gray. There's no need to beg. If you can't escape with your own strength, it's not worth dying. Even this misery can't be overcome. How can you possibly overcome the greater dangers on the path to restoring our kingdom?" The princess's sudden voice surprised Gray, who didn't know she had woken up. Ignoring Gray's words, the princess looked at Bai Chi and began to assess him. Level 1 noob, huh? Your choice was unwise, but I respect it. Even though you're very confident, I want to give you some advice. The line between life and death is very thin. You must act carefully. Even if you're caught in a difficult situation, can you maintain your composure and grace? It's no wonder you're the queen who will restore our kingdom. Mina is brilliant. I do have my own plan. I didn't want to say it because if I did, you wouldn't believe me. I will definitely come back to rescue you all. Hearing these words, House, like he'd bitten into poison, cursed, "Are you kidding us? Are you insulting our intelligence?" The princess beside him had to urge him to curb his dog-like behavior. Enough, House. You have the energy to insult him. Why not figure out how to escape? As for Bai Qi, he continued what he already knew, but also pondered it. According to the original storyline, even if I don't rescue them, they'll find a way to escape. But if I don't actually rescue them, I'll miss out on some important achievement rewards related to Princess Mina. Rescue or don't rescue, it all depends on whether I can escape smoothly and what kind of rewards I'll get. Of course, Mina is important, but my survival must be prioritized. This dungeon is the final dungeon of the first chapter of the game. There are many good things hidden here. At first, I searched every nook and cranny of the dungeon to collect everything. I know this terrain like the back of my hand. So, to encounter the fewest enemies and the weakest ones, I have to choose that path. And I also have to rescue a vital character. Drawing on his past memories, Bai Qi safely reached the dungeon's treasure vault. Before him stood a strange jar. Sensing his presence, it spoke, Who's there? This smell, you're not a mutated beast. Come here, come closer, don't be afraid. That's right, you're probably wondering why this jar can talk. It's not the jar talking, it's the person inside. To be honest, yes, that's right. I'm the one in this jar. I originally entered this dungeon to find a treasure. To escape the mutated demon beasts, I hid inside this jar. But I was unintentionally sealed in the jar by their magic. I can't get out. No mistake. What you need to do is break this jar, and I'll be free. Don't worry. I can sense my surroundings. There are no mutated beasts around. Your actions here won't attract their attention. Hearing the person in the jar, Bai Qi didn't hesitate. He swung his stick and shattered the jar in front of him. As the sealed jar broke, a person emerged. He was Lu Qi, level 27. He was also a mysterious figure, even the system didn't know what his class was. After escaping the jar, he found Bai Qi intriguing. Level 1 noob. Interesting. No matter what, I owe you a debt. I can fulfill one reasonable request of yours. Not refusing his offer, Bai Qi immediately asked for his help. My friends were captured by the mutated beasts in this dungeon. I want to rescue them, but I'm too weak. Please help me, Lu Qi, Sr. Ah, I see. You are brave and commendable, but not wise. But it's still good fortune because you encountered me. With me here, you will be safe. Let me guide you. With that agreement, both of them set off. But bad luck always finds a way to come around. While they were walking, they unexpectedly encountered a small monster in the dungeon. Well, actually, it wasn't that small. It was an adult mutated beast, and it was level 18. It wasn't as weak as the one Bai Qi had defeated earlier. Upon encountering it, Lu Qi recognized the familiar scent of the beast. He quickly realized that it was the beast that had sealed him in the jar. With his hot-tempered nature, Lu Qi immediately charged forward to engage the beast in a fight. With his overwhelming power, Lu Qi successfully pierced the monster with a blow, draining a large amount of its health. While battling the beast, he angrily cursed at it. You almost got me killed in that jar. Go to hell. Driven by years of pent-up anger, Lu Qi easily slashed the monster's head off. Watching from behind, Bai Qi couldn't help but be impressed. Lu Qi, Sr., you're so strong. Amazing. Receiving praise, Lu Qi enjoyed it. He placed his sword on his shoulder and declared, what else can I say? I wouldn't dare enter this dungeon to search for treasures without a bit of bravado. Let's continue. Continuing to guide Lu Qi, Bai Qi and he reached a different precipice within the dungeon. Bai Qi spoke, it's here. I heard my comrade's voice coming from below. I don't know if he's still holding on. Lu Qi, Sr., we have to find a way to get down there quickly and rescue him. Hearing this, Lu Qi immediately came up with the fastest solution for Bai Qi to get down there. He simply stood behind Bai Qi and kicked him straight into the abyss. This fellow was not only hot-tempered, but also had more bravado than brains. Suddenly kicked down, Bai Qi could only scream as he fell freely into the abyss. It was then that Lu Qi, sitting above, revealed his true nature. My apologies. My old illness has flared up. Whenever I see someone standing on a cliff, I can't help but kick them down. But this urge could have been controlled. After all, you saved me. But who told you to be a genius, huh? Genius. Everyone who sees one must kill them. That's the law. His words puzzled Bai Qi. How did he know he was a genius? Hearing Bai Qi's voice surprised him, too. You fell from such a height and you're still alive? Down below, with only a sliver of health left, Bai Qi smiled at him. If I jumped down myself, I would have died for sure. But because Lu Qi kicked me, I can't die. But in Bai Qi's mind, he was still thinking, although I didn't die, the pain of my internal organs rupturing is real. But luckily, I knew there would be a tool down here that I could get. Thanks to that, Bai Qi picked up the blood soul flask, along with a piece of Hoi Guang stone. Seeing his attempt to murder Bai Qi fail, Lu Qi turned and left, grumbling. I'd heard that geniuses were extremely strange. Looks like I shouldn't have kicked him down before. I should have stabbed him in the back instead. This is a waste. But you're trapped in this deep abyss. It's a matter of time before you die. Just wait for your death, slowly. A little more explanation about Lu Qi. He's a shady NPC who always likes to kick players down cliffs in the original game. But if you proactively take advantage of the mechanism of being kicked but not dying, you can reach many hidden areas. However, this genius setting has never appeared in Soul King's Seat. System, what the heck is a genius? Okay, boy, most of the information about genius is locked. The only thing I can reveal is that they are specifically individuals who have returned from the realm of death for some unknown special reasons. Seeing the system's anger, Bai Qi secretly guessed, locked information. This setting is clearly crucial. No room for wandering around, I must find out who is trying to kill me. This genius identity is too complex. I need to be careful in how I handle it, to avoid capsizing the boat in the middle of the river. For now, I don't need to worry about that. The path ahead may not have mutated beasts, but it's filled with dangerous terrain. I need to be mentally prepared. The real danger has just begun. Soul King's Seat is an open-world action-adventure game. The game's storyline development and storytelling have a tendency to be fragmented. Players must search for clues from NPCs, monsters, bosses, ruins, and various other places to piece together the truth about the world. As a player who has completely cleared the levels and achieved all the accomplishments, I know everything about this world. Well, except for the unknown elements. At the center of the imagined world known as Pascalo, there's a giant crystal called the World Soul. Under its protective light and energy, all species coexisted harmoniously. The world was teeming with life until one day, an extraterrestrial spaceship called the Unmanned Deep Space Probe unexpectedly crashed into this world. Coincidentally, the spot where this alien spaceship crashed was the location of the World Soul. The foundation of this world was on the verge of collapse. Pasqualo was on the brink of extinction, but it didn't end or get destroyed. The world continued to divide, instead. It created more diverse species and civilizations than before. And where I am now is a part of the abandoned ruins of an ancient underground civilization. And within the ruins deep inside the dungeon, there's an unmarked underground exit. The mission only says to survive to the exit, and there's no specific exit. This allows for a bit of exploration, but even though this path is not guarded by the mutated beasts, the mortality rate is much higher than taking the main path. It requires accurately identifying the position of the ledge to jump off the rock wall. If the landing point is wrong, death is certain. But for me, who has learned from countless deaths, successfully reaching the bottom of the deep abyss is not the problem. The only thing to be mindful of is that the closer you get to the bottom, the narrower the metallic platform gets, and the lower the margin for error. You have to be careful and remember the position of each foothold. I was just reminding myself to be careful when I slipped. But with my experience, Bai Qi quickly regained his composure, maintaining his balance to continue descending. Finding a suitable spot to rest, Bai Qi looked down and broke out in a cold sweat. Too dangerous. Even though I was being careful, I almost slipped up. I need to be even more cautious. I'm almost at the bottom. I was just reminding myself to be careful when suddenly, a grinning figure appeared behind me. He slapped me on the back, saying, well, almost at the exit, are you? So, the exit is down here? A sudden figure appearing made Bai Qi jump in shock and turn around. Better safe than sorry. To avoid getting ambushed, Bai Qi swung his stick, attacking the stranger. But with his swift agility, the man quickly dodged behind Bai Qi. He avoided Bai Qi's attack, leaving him puzzled as to who he was. Facing Bai Qi, the man casually recognized him as a level 1 noob, But he also knew our protagonist, although weak, had a hot temper. Because he suddenly appeared and scared Bai Qi, he apologized. This man was XAV, level 30. He was a human elementalist. His friendly facade vanished, replaced with a cruel expression. He thought it was wrong to startle Bai Qi. He thought the best option was to pierce him through the heart, killing him before he could even yawn. Bai Qi still didn't know who this guy was. He wondered what this jerk was doing, appearing behind him and acting all tough. What's the purpose here, huh? But then he remembered seeing this guy before, the one who died at the bottom of the abyss where he just picked up the tool. This made Bai Qi realize that this guy was a genius like him. By the time he figured out the guy was a genius, he was already happily prancing closer to Bai Qi. Before doing anything, he still felt the need to talk to him before attacking. You're too slow to react, but I can't blame you. Compared to someone who was directly reborn as a level 28 elementalist like me, you being reborn as a level 1 noob is just plain bad luck. You're just a supporting character. I don't even want to kill you. He claimed not to want to kill him, but he attacked immediately, taking away half of Bai Qi's health. Besides losing health, Bai Qi was also paralyzed and helpless. Bai Qi felt pain and started coughing, even coughing up blood like someone with tuberculosis. He clutched his wound and asked, "Why? We have no grudges. Why are you attacking me? We're both geniuses. Shouldn't we be helping each other escape this misery? Geniuses helping each other? What are you kidding? Didn't your system tell you? Geniuses are enemies to everyone. But the biggest enemy is the genius you were reborn from. I thought you were familiar with these paths. I thought you had something special about you, but it turns out you don't even know the basics. You wasted a chance to be reborn, man." As a genius himself, Bai Qi was belittled and ambushed by this guy. He tried to fight back, telling him to get the heck out, and of course, he didn't believe a word of what the guy said. His firm assertion made the guy laugh a little, but he didn't care. He looked down on a level 1 noob like Bai Qi. "You don't understand, and you're right. Go away, I don't need to waste my time on you anymore. But out of respect for you guiding me, I won't kill you directly. Whether you live or die is up to you. If you're lucky enough to survive, don't hesitate to come find me for revenge." The crazy guy finished his words, then vanished without killing him, leaving Bai Qi there with his questions. He immediately asked the system, "Why is this happening? What does it have to do with geniuses and this world? What crucial information are you hiding from me?" But the system told him that it wasn't trying to hide anything. It was up to him to unlock this information. Due to the special events you experienced before, you can now unlock hidden information related to geniuses. 1. Geniuses in this world are considered extremely evil and are targets for all beings in this world. The reason is still unexplained. There is a more brutal competition and killing mechanism among geniuses. The purpose is still locked. Player Bai Qi, you can obtain a large amount of soul points, experience points, and blood soul points for killing geniuses, which can be used to unlock new accounts. 2. Genius is a general term for those who have been reborn in this world. But it's not limited to one race. The reason is still unexplained. Geniuses will be randomly reborn as different creatures, genders, classes, attributes, and levels. Plus, lower-level geniuses can be instantly recognized by higher-level geniuses. The reason is still locked. Each genius's initial class will include some special information related to this world that class possesses. Except for the noob, but noobs can acquire special information about other classes through class changes later. Regarding the differences in the system of each genius, the relevant information is still locked. I'm already on death's door. What good is it to tell me this now? The world of Soul King's seed is not as simple as that. But death means the story ends. Bai Qi, the author's favorite, got a buff. He began to swing like a monkey, flying like a kite, clinging to the nearby rock walls. Finally, he managed to grab hold of a spot. He silently vowed to himself, "I can't die here. It wasn't easy to get a chance to be reborn. I absolutely can't waste it. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the bottom of the dungeon. Even if it hurts more, I must persevere. I'm taking one last gamble." With the unwavering determination not to die, Bai Qi fell to the bottom of the dungeon, still paralyzed and helpless. He managed to land without breaking. Bai Qi, his body battered, still laughed because he wasn't dead. He only needed to crawl forward another 10 meters to reach the exit. He thought, no matter what, I had to crawl out of this place. But suddenly, he heard a familiar sound and smell. His life was full of bad luck. Just when he thought he was free, he encountered a rare monster. It was a level 25 creek-tooth co-op beast. Seeing it appear, he was really confused. There shouldn't be any monsters here. The appearance of this monster was incredibly unusual compared to before, especially when Bai Qi was on the verge of death. It made him even more confused as to why the storyline was being messed up so badly. It wouldn't be safe to stay here for long. Bai Qi realized that he had to escape while the monster's initial form was slow-moving. But very quickly, the giant monster split into smaller forms. The strange creature swarmed towards Bai Qi. Facing this danger, he seemed to realize something. Bai Qi thought that maybe the genius who just attacked him had done this. He intentionally lured the monsters to attack Bai Qi. Once these monsters attacked, they would devour their victims with a frenzy. The appearance of another genius disrupted Bai Qi's plan, gradually spiraling out of control. Based on the current situation, if nothing unexpected happened, he was doomed. While Bai Qi was thinking, the monsters charged. Despite being severely wounded, Bai Qi used his speed to dodge the monsters' attacks as quickly as he could. Though facing a difficult situation, his spirit remained fiery. "You monsters, don't underestimate me. I faced countless battles." He successfully evaded the monsters' attacks, but ended up falling into the nearby corrosive acid, causing excruciating pain. It's true. Thousands of years of change and pollution have transformed this underground river into a deadly toxin that can consume almost all living things. Even though the pain pierces from my skin to my bones, worse than death, don't underestimate my will to live. Survival is the only path left. This manhua water, though agonizing, is something I can endure. It's a different story for the Creto tooth, with its exposed, vulnerable skin. It's a matter of life or death. While they're still hesitant, I must crawl to the exit before they decide to fight to the death. It's not easy to be reborn. I won't allow myself to live like I did before, a life of boredom and despair. Born in a poor mountain village, I thought if I got into a city high school, I could change my life through education like others. So, I left my mother and my home. But Bai Qi's success was only as a worker. He even had to be a dishwasher, constantly being yelled at. "Bai Qi, what are you doing? Why aren't these dishes done yet? Hurry up, or get out of my sight. Bai Qi, what are you doing this late at night? You didn't use your time to study during the day, now you're cramming, keeping others from sleeping. And you're emitting some light? Do you want me to beat you up?" Despite working extra hard and facing heavy academic pressure, I never gave up hope. Thankfully, I passed the entrance exam for my dream university. Unfortunately, my mother was diagnosed with a serious illness. My world crumbled. All my years of sweat and effort were wasted. Even though I dropped out, worked hard, and borrowed money from everywhere, I couldn't save my mother. Even when delivering packages, I was berated by customers for being late. They even wanted to complain about Bai Qi and give him a bad rating. Though he apologized, explaining that the heavy rain made it impossible to travel by vehicle, forcing him to run, the customer didn't care. They said, "If you can't manage to deliver on time, don't take the order." Bai Qi's life revolved around work and playing games on live streams. While there was no progress, his popularity recently skyrocketed thanks to this game. As a result, he mysteriously died at the pinnacle of his life. Though Bai Qi had long been pessimistic about life and death, he couldn't accept this death as a joke. Seeing himself reborn into a familiar game world, being betrayed and dying a humiliating death, this deadly prank was unacceptable to Bai Qi. He tried to use his strength to stand up. With his remaining strength, Bai Qi endured the pain of the monster's attack and ran forward. He was determined not to die here. Before becoming the king of this world, Bai Qi couldn't die. With his persistence, he finally reached the door, and a message appeared. "Player Bai Qi, you have successfully escaped the lair. You have earned account unlocking points, please choose." First option. Unlock 205% usage of items in your current game account's inventory. It will be random and have unlimited level usage. Second option. Unlock a random new game account, items, and corresponding skills, along with 25% usage. Bai Qi chose the first option, to gain 25% of the items in his current account's inventory. After successfully escaping the lair, a magical light gradually appeared. It was the light that signaled the appearance of items. First, a sacred blood essence potion. It's a sacred blood item with an immediate effect of restoring 100% health and permanently increasing peak level by 30. Then, a bloodthirsty shadow equipment. It's a shadow assassin's equipment that significantly increases agility and intellect. It also provides a special effect for the shadow strike skill. Next, a crimson slaughter dagger. This is a top-tier weapon for shadow assassins. It grants a powerful attack speed and damage boost, along with the Crimson Flame ultimate move. After receiving the system-granted equipment, a beam of light suddenly shot out, instantly bisecting the monsters. The silhouette of a cloaked figure gradually emerged. It wasn't easy, but he persevered until now. Bai Qi, with his awesome new equipment, finally appeared. Facing him were the remaining remnants of the previous monsters. They didn't know what death was and immediately charged at him. But after receiving his first-time login bonus from the system, Bai Qi was different. He effortlessly glided past, taking out the monsters with a single swing. Bai Qi realized his decision was absolutely right. Not risking it with a new account, but inheriting my original account's legacy was the right choice. Even with only 25%, it's enough for the early and mid-game. Everything I kept in my inventory is top-tier equipment and tools. Come on, you bunch of no-gooders. The real story begins now. After suffering heavy losses, the monsters realized their strength wasn't enough to defeat Bai Qi. They decided to stop attacking individually and fuse together. Once again, they returned to their massive, monstrous form, roaring madly. Bai Qi remained calm, asking the beast, "What's with the loud roar? I know you're in a hurry, but take it easy." A moment later, the system updated, hidden quest refreshed. Defeat the fused beast and you'll receive a reward, soul points tripled. Waiting for this moment, Bai Qi quickly lured the fused beast toward him. He was just waiting for the hidden quest reward to appear. Now that he had everything he needed, Bai Qi swung his 2 daggers, unleashing the Crimson Flame skill to attack. Without any hesitation, Bai Qi charged towards the fused beast for a showdown. Sure enough, with the help of his equipment, Bai Qi was completely different from before. Now he could fight the monster with ease. Thanks to his past life's experience, Bai Qi knew the monster's attack patterns. To defeat it, he just needed to be fast enough. He used his agility to deliver blows that pierced through the monster's body, seeking revenge for its previous torment. Combining normal attacks with newly acquired skills like Crimson Flame Slash. Crimson Flame Slash. A deep red flame debuff causes severe lacerations, ignites a deep red flame, continuous damage for 15 seconds. Extreme Pain. The debuff from the Shadow Assassin's battle skill causes deep cuts to the bones, bringing agony. After tormenting the monster for a while, Bai Qi didn't want to waste any more time. He decided to deliver the final blow. He used the Shadow Assassin's ultimate skill, Shadow Assassin's Array. He split into multiple shadow clones to attack the target simultaneously. The shadow clones are immune to all physical and magical attacks, lasting for 5 seconds. With his countless clones, Bai Qi attacked the monster frantically, causing it to scream in agony. His clones, like one entity, simultaneously jumped from a high point to attack the monster, creating a terrifying scene. As the ultimate move ended, the system announced, successfully defeated the rare fused creature Kreetooth. Reward. Soul points tripled, total 18,000 soul points. Along with the soul points, Bai Qi gained some additional skills. His level increased by 8, which was unbelievable. Wait, 8 levels up? This is the level up reward for winning a cross-level battle, OMG. You know it's very difficult to level up in the Soul King's domain. I once summarized the rules and requirements to gain soul points and level up during a livestream. It wasn't actually meaningful, but the audience loved it. While he was lost in thought about the past, the system continued announcing, received 108 gold coins, received black hole condensation, received prayer, cursed penetration, black hole condensation, after use, restore 30% HP. Prayer, cursed penetration. The prayer attack summons swords with a kneeling posture, penetrating 3-meter radius around the body, used 3 times. This prayer is not bad. I used to roll 30 times and not get it, but now I got it in 1 roll. My current class is Assassin. Even with additional equipment and peak level, agility is still the most important stat. So just focus on increasing agility first. Lastly, let's see what else is in this 25% unlocked inventory. Mostly consumables and materials. Defeating the monster was a success, but Bai Qi was unlucky when it came to loot. Aside from the Shadow Assassin's gear he was wearing, everything else was useless. This made Bai Qi determined to unlock the 2 sets of top-tier gear in the inventory. One was the Blood Dragon set, Dragon Blood Armor. It's a berserker armor that increases strength when equipped. It's also a top-tier heavy armor combining power and durability. It comes with a dragon accumulating sword. The second set was the Starry Sky Oracle. It's a mage's set, belonging to the Starry Magic branch. Intellect above 100 is required to equip this set. It comes with a top-tier staff crafted from a golden meteorite from space, along with an effective starry magic effect. Even though he couldn't use these two top-tier sets yet, just unlocking those other items was enough to ensure a high survival rate in the early stages. Sitting on a rock, Bai Qi was pondering whether to go back and rescue Princess Mina. He knew, based on his knowledge of the game, that he could choose to become a lone wolf and be fine. But now there were more than one time traveler with unknown elements. He didn't understand how the time traveler's appearance would change the original game, and he didn't know about the changes made by the other elements. Before clarifying the situation, instead of facing the high risk alone, Bai Qi thought, why not join Princess Mina to share the risk and gather information? If we follow the original storyline, rescuing Princess Mina will make them valuable allies later on. Even if they betray the plot and try to kill me, I'm capable of protecting myself now, so I don't need to worry. Not afraid of the princess's group, Bai Qi immediately turned back to rescue them. The path back to the princess's prison was filled with battles against countless monsters in the cave. He took care of the smaller monsters, only to be faced with larger ones. But with his awesome gear and skills, Bai Qi effortlessly defeated them without tiring. Not only that, but fighting monsters also helped him level up. As he reached level 10, the system announced, "Player Bai Qi, congratulations on reaching level 10. The reputation system is now unlocked. Check it regularly to manage your reputation. Choose to build alliances or make enemies." Seeing the reputation system, Bai Qi realized it was a new feature. It seemed like the solo wolf playstyle wasn't encouraged in the real world. The princess's status info appeared in front of him. Faction reputation. Bai Qi's indifference to Princess Mina's peril has caused hostility from her faction. Seeing this info, Bai Qi wasn't surprised. They're definitely cursing me out, probably using the nastiest words they can think of. As predicted, the princess's group, still hanging upside down, were cursing Bai Qi. The more I think about it, the more angry I get. I can't believe that level 1 scrub was so dumb he'd choose to not save us and go die himself. But he's probably dead already, anyway. But I heard those Reborn players are all about selfish gain, they're heartless. Otherwise, they wouldn't be wanted by all the kingdoms. Dying in a way where everyone is targeting you. Not a bad choice, after all. That guy's so lucky. Seeing his crew getting worked up, Princess Mina told them to stop saying useless things. The real reason we're in this mess is because we're weaker than others. I'm the leader, but I'm the weakest. I take full responsibility. It's my fault you had to die with me. I'm sorry. Contrary to the princess's self-recrimination, her guards didn't feel the same way. Princess, what are you saying? We've sworn an oath of loyalty to you until death. You don't have to apologize to us. Those complaints before weren't because we were afraid to die, but because we were heartbroken that your grand plan to restore the kingdom was ruined before it even started by a brainless jerk who wasted our chance. While the princess's group was lamenting the lost opportunity to restore their kingdom, something suddenly appeared, flying past and severing the ropes binding them into pieces. With the force of gravity, all 4 of them fell. But the guards didn't forget to remind each other to protect the princess. Indeed, before they hit the ground, Manhwa positioned himself as a cushion for Princess Mina's landing. The Hello Kitty-like character was quite sad. He was happy to be alive, but now he felt a bit disappointed. Manhwa quickly helped Princess Mina up and asked her if she was okay. But the worst off was Gray. He was still sprawled on the ground, wondering who the heck rescued them, and how they managed to do it in such a way that felt like they were trying to hurt them. Then Bai Qi appeared and reassured them, "Don't worry, it's just a small response to your curses." The princess's group was a bit surprised to hear his voice. Even though they only heard it for a moment, it sounded familiar. Bai Qi removed his cloak and asked, "Surprised to see me? I told you I would come back and rescue you. But the real surprise is coming. I'm telling everyone, the big squeeze is here in 1 minute. If you don't want to die, get ready to fight. There's no time to waste." Everyone's restraints were released, but they were all confused. They couldn't understand what Bai Qi had just said. It was clear he had just saved them, but now the boss of the beast-taming squad appeared. We couldn't help but question his true intentions in coming back to rescue us. Whatever your intentions, we should thank you. Otherwise, we would have been left here to wither away to bones. However, Bai Qi stood behind us and said, "Now is not the time to thank me. The boss will arrive in 40 seconds. He reminded everyone to pick up their weapons and escape together. That's the biggest thank you can give me." Hearing this, Everyone was quite terrified, except for Hello Kitty, who seemed excited. The flamboyant Hua Ho stood there and said, "Bai Chi, be careful with your words. Your disrespect to our princess alone could get you beheaded right now." Gray beside him, seeing Bai Chi's stats, was shocked. "Unbelievable. You've gone from level 1 to level 10 in less than half a day. They say every awakened carries a secret. Looks like you're no exception. You're an interesting kid. Come on, let's fight. You have to kill me, or I'll kill you." Seeing their reactions, Bai Chi knew that his deliberate words had worked. He continued, "Go ahead, kill me or chop me up, I don't care. But if it wasn't for my strategy, how would you guys deal with the next boss battle? You guys alone, absolutely no chance of winning." The others disdained his level, a measly level 10 daring to be so arrogant. "I'll send you on your way now." Seeing that everyone was about to erupt like a volcano, the princess stepped forward to stop them. "Enough, House. Don't be so impulsive. The enemy is in front of us, not the time for emotions. Everyone, get into combat mode. Although we still have many doubts, this hard-earned chance to survive, I absolutely will not allow any more mistakes." Reminded by the princess, the guards stopped their complaints and immediately geared up for battle. Seeing the situation in Mina's words, Bai Chi smiled to himself. Mission accomplished. Seems like Princess Mina hasn't changed. She's still just as fair and strong as before. But the hostility of her guards towards me is because they saw me not saving them, not because I'm an awakened. At least, we can cooperate in the next boss battle. Everything was explained, and with 10 seconds left until the boss arrived, Bai Chi revealed a trick. This is a thunder trap. It sends a tingling numbness throughout the body, crippling it. It's a thunder law enchantment set in a fragile bait box. When stepped on, it explodes with thunder and paralyzes. The first step of the official boss fight had begun. His figure faded, asking Mina's group to stall for him for 3 minutes. Seeing his disappearing act, the group was completely stunned. They couldn't understand what he needed 3 minutes for. Just as Bai Chi had predicted, the boss appeared as his figure completely vanished. His arrival caused an earth-shattering shockwave. The level 30 leader of the beast-taming squad appeared. With his rusty old slasher, he began to demand that his food be obedient so he could butcher them. But as he appeared, his location was already known. Bai Chi's trap had successfully tricked him into stepping on it. Because the trap was a thunder shock, the boss was continuously bombarded by powerful thunder energy. This successfully took away a portion of the boss's health, but it was insignificant. Thanks to the trap that Bai Chi had set earlier, Princess Mina's group had the advantage and wanted to take the initiative to attack the boss. However, as they attacked, the boss became even more aggressive, despising them. "Just a bunch of ingredients trying to rebel? How do you intend to kill me? By suffocating me to death?" While fighting Mina's group, the boss remained vigilant. As an assassin flew in from the side, it was spotted. With swift reflexes, it swatted away the assassin. To the boss, this was child's play, causing no damage at all. It angrily told Princess Mina's group that if they wanted to have a proper fight, they should fight properly. Using these random, useless attacks was an insult to it. With a single swing of its axe, the boss successfully cut through the climbing ropes wrapped around it. These simple attacks were simply ineffective against it. After breaking free from the ropes, it turned to attack the princess's guards. Using its inherent strength, the boss started using a skill, swinging its axe in a circle, creating a whirlwind-like attack. It wanted to torture everyone to death and use their screams to season its meal. Princess Mina's group was forced to use their power shields to defend themselves. The problem was, the boss's attack had no blind spots. They couldn't find a way to avoid it. They began to wonder what Bai Chi's disappearance was all about. But they didn't have time to think. The princess commanded them to hold on and find a way to counterattack. This kind of boss wasn't stupid. After seeing them protect Mina, he realized she was the most important person among them. He considered her the most delicious dish and focused his attacks on her. Facing the boss's attack, the guards were unable to react in time and could only warn Mina to be careful. As the boss's attack swung down, Hua Ho stood in front to defend her. But facing the boss's terrifying power, his shield could only withstand one blow before shattering into pieces. Seeing that one blow wasn't enough to resist, the boss laughed scornfully and continued his attack. He wanted to see how they would defend themselves after their shield was broken. But before the second blow could land, the monster roared in pain. Suddenly attacked by a powerful blow, the boss roared in pain, turning around, unable to tell who had caused it. Unsurprisingly, the one who had inflicted this deep wound was Bai Qi. He used his backstab skill to cause the pain. Being attacked by what he considered a seasoning ingredient, the boss roared in fury and counterattacked. But with his speed, Bai Qi dodged it effortlessly. This agility for a level 10 player left the observers dumbfounded. Earlier, he had underestimated Bai Qi's attacks, but as his wound worsened, the boss realized that what was hurting him was the river of forgetfulness. He never imagined that Bai Qi would know that this water could inflict deadly damage to his kind. To be treated like a dog by a mere player angered the boss greatly. He decided to pour all his strength into attacking and quickly finish everyone off. Seeing the boss enter a state of rage, everyone wondered if he had gone mad from the poison. The boss's frenzied attack was their chance. They planned to take advantage of his uncontrollable rage to finish him off. But before they could reach him, a voice stopped them, but it was too late. As they neared the boss, they were hit by the shockwave of an earth-shattering explosion, sending everyone flying back. Only then did they realize that the boss, while enraged, hadn't actually lost his mind. Instead, the battle entered its second stage. The boss transformed from a single entity into a controller of the beasts to attack. As the battle transitioned, Bai Qi returned to remind the guards to try and stop the beasts, leaving the rest to him. Seeing Bai Qi taking on the boss alone, the guards couldn't believe it. They feared he was seeking death. But Princess Mina had unwavering trust in him, saying nothing. She commanded her team to follow Bai Qi's instructions, then ordered them to create a perfect barrier, not allowing any beasts to pass through. Bai Qi was now alone, facing the great boss. The boss snorted, scoffing at the idea that someone so weak could dare to fight him alone. Before the official battle began, Bai Qi was thinking about the boss's adaptation speed. The poison's effect would last about 1 more minute. According to the initial plan, as long as he didn't die, Princess Mina would be safe. Therefore, he needed to finish the battle within 1 minute. Observing Bai Qi's contemplative face, the boss realized he was lost in thought. It suggested that instead of wasting time thinking about how to defeat him, he should think about how to avoid being crushed into mincemeat. Finding the boss's suggestion rather reasonable, Bai Qi executed the red flame martial skill, striking directly at the boss. He wanted to turn the monster into mincemeat, not himself. With that move, and his incredible speed, Bai Qi rushed forward like a gust of wind, launching a series of attacks. Before the official battle, Bai Qi recalled the memories of his past failures against this boss. Many times, as a gamer before his rebirth, he had been completely defeated by it. Bai Qi once again fell to the leader of the beast-taming squad, Ma DK. This time, Ma DK unleashed a powerful blow towards Bai Qi. He growled, "You're just a lamb on my chopping board, waiting for me to skin and bone you. Your weakness is like minced meat in the hands of a chef. I can mold you into any shape I want, depending on my mood." Ma DK said, grabbing Bai Qi's head and lifting him up. Boss Blood Demon Ma DK, famed for his thick skin and solid flesh, Bai Qi died at least 30 times before finally overcoming him. Once again, Ma DK wielded his huge axe and charged towards Bai Qi. He said coldly, "Food dares to rebel? That's delusional." With that, he swung his axe down with tremendous force towards Bai Qi. Luckily, Bai Qi leapt up and successfully dodged the powerful attack. Bai Qi looked straight at him and assessed him seriously. He's fast, his attack power is high, and his weapon also has lifesteal. With my current health and level, I can only take 2 direct hits from him. However, even with my high agility, as long as I don't get hit, I can hold on for the final 2 minutes. I'll use the poison in his system to reduce his health, then I can safely transition to the final 3rd stage. Ma DK continued to swing his axe forward. He snorted coldly, then spoke with a challenging tone. "PFFT, you want to chop me into mincemeat? Why only dodge? So, your confidence stems from your speed? Want to face me head-on?" With that, he kicked up rocks from the ground towards Bai Qi. Bai Qi could only dodge. His agility was excellent, and he easily evaded the attacks. Mina created a shield from the side. Seeing Bai Qi dodging continuously, she couldn't help but think, he flawlessly avoids the boss's attacks. It can't just be agility alone. His knowledge of dodging timing and attack range is not like a noob who just went from level 1 to level 10. It's like an old general who has fought in countless battles. Ma DK had been poisoned, his health was more than halved. Holding his axe firmly, he said, "Oh, I see your little trick. You think by dodging my attacks and relying on the poison in me, you can weaken me? Well, it seems to be working, but only so far. He continued, let's see who gets poisoned to death first or who chops the other to death first. With that, he raised his weapon. A vortex appeared in the air, and a red liquid like blood cascaded down. It was blood rain. He roared, come, the third stage. Then he swung his axe at Bai Qi. He confidently said, in my blood rain state, you won't be able to dodge. This time, Bai Qi couldn't dodge, and he was hit on the knee. Seeing this, Ma DK laughed triumphantly, haha. What do you say now? No matter how slippery you are, you can't escape the coverage of my blood rain. Bai Qi's health dropped by 30%. His knee was burning and being corroded constantly. He thought, right, the third stage increases his attack range dramatically. It's hard to dodge without getting hurt. Even a splash of blood can cause damage. Bai Qi's eyes suddenly turned colder than ever. He frowned, thinking, but this is exactly what I was waiting for. House, who was fighting other monsters, also detected the strong blood odor. He exclaimed, the smell of blood is so strong. No matter how good at hiding he is, that kid's going to die this time. Gray, these mutated monsters, leave them to me. I need to prepare to meet the boss. Gray, looking towards Bai Qi, replied in disbelief, what? Are you kidding me? These undead are endless, I can't handle it anymore. Back to Ma DK and Bai Qi. Ma DK swung his axe powerfully, intending to finish Bai Qi with this attack. He confidently said, this strike will take your life. Bai Qi stood tall and proud, quietly calculating. As Ma DK finished his words, he swung his axe down, but all he hit was Bai Qi's illusion. He exclaimed in astonishment, he disappeared. Bai Qi had used Shadow Strike, catching Ma DK off guard. He was astonished, instant teleportation? How is that possible at your level? You can't have that ability. Before, when I played the game, seeing the boss unleash such powerful attacks, my instinct was to create distance and dodge. The consequence was a horrible death. But the key to victory in this stage is close combat, he thought, then closed in on Ma DK. He was caught off guard and couldn't react, turning to growl, you. Bai Qi thought, in this stage, the boss's attack speed will slow down, his defense will decrease. Take advantage of Shadow Strike to get within a certain range of the boss. Endure the splash damage that can be controlled, exchanging blows for blows. Bai Qi successfully landed several blows on Ma DK's back, then he gracefully landed on the ground. He was a little smug, let's see who can't take it. Ma DK was hit, and he roared in pain, ah, it hurts. You bastard, why do you like backstabbing me so much? His health was now below 30%. House couldn't help but exclaim in astonishment, that kid really doesn't want to live anymore. At that distance, to take a hit that heavy, he'll surely die instantly. Gray shared the same expression, he exclaimed, oh my god, what's going on? Why is the boss screaming in pain? Did that kid turn the tables? Did he find the boss's weakness? I hope he can find my weakness too, meow. Ma DK went berserk, swinging his axe continuously at Bai Qi. He roared, die, die, die. Bai Qi spun around on the ground to avoid the attacks, his health was now 50%. Bai Qi's eyes turned bloodshot, he charged towards Ma DK. He unleashed the violent burst, continuously attacking Ma DK. The boss's health was now down to about 10%. He was poisoned and burning, screaming in agonizing pain. After unleashing a barrage of attacks, Bai Qi gracefully landed on the ground. Ma DK, using the last of his strength, swung one final blow towards Bai Qi. He shouted, enough. I never expected you to be more than just minced meat, and yet you've pushed me this far. I struggled so hard to get this life-saving treasure, and I have to use it on a mere snack like you. But I don't care that much anymore. Ma DK's eyes were filled with murderous intent. With that, he raised his hand, creating a circle of energy. It was a blood absorption rune, a space-time control artifact. Using the rune, he could absorb blood from a controlled target, replenishing his own health. He began absorbing blood from other monsters, not forgetting to threaten, wait until my health is restored, I'll chop you to pieces. The poison and burning effect on him had completely vanished. Bai Qi panicked, no, the boss is starting to heal. Bai Qi panicked, thinking, blood absorption? The boss doesn't have this skill. Damn it, another setting that didn't exist in the game, and it appears at this life or death moment. A circle of energy suddenly formed beneath Ma DK's feet. It was called the Barrier of Forbidden, which used a magic barrier to surround the target, cutting off the target's communication with the outside world. It prevented the target from being healed, blessed, or anything else. Ma DK was surprised. He exclaimed, "What? My skill artifact was cut off." The circle beneath Ma DK's feet was created by Princess Mina. She held her weapon firmly, then said to everyone, "Don't panic, it's just a replica spacetime artifact. Even my magic can easily break through it. Everyone, ignore the undead, and focus on attacking the boss. Kill him in one go." Exposed by Mina, Ma DK was furious, swung his axe, and charged towards her. He didn't forget to scold, "Damn it, it's that woman again, ruining my good work. I should have killed you long ago." The three young men, House, Gray, and Dako, were surrounded by the undead. They could only watch helplessly as Mina was attacked. House said in panic, "Oh no, we can't reach her in time to save her." Dako, worried, called out to the princess. Fortunately, Bai Qi appeared just in time, a hero to the damsel in distress. He blocked the powerful attack, and his current health dropped to about 10%. Mina, seeing this, worriedly called out to Bai Qi. She could only say, "I'm sorry," but there was nothing else she could do. Seeing Mina's worry, Bai Qi reassured her, "Don't say anything, you're distracting me. Because I didn't kill him in one go, it put you in danger. You don't need to thank me." With that, he began to heal himself. A golden energy emanated from his body. With this healing, his current health was 50%. Ma DK angrily cursed, "You damn leech. How long do you intend to tangle with me?" He gripped his weapon tightly, his eyes determined. He swore that he would kill Bai Qi. Bai Qi stood before Princess Mina, holding his weapon, ready to fight. He coldly said to Ma DK, "All right, let's have it. One final move to decide life or death." Bai Qi's words left Ma DK speechless. He gritted his teeth angrily, "You." He calculated in his mind, "No good. This kid is emitting an aura that gives me a bad feeling. I can smell blood on him, even stronger than me." Thinking this, Ma DK turned to flee. He didn't forget to tell Bai Qi before running off, "You're lucky to be alive today. Remember that?" Everyone was astonished to see this and exclaimed, "What? The boss is running away?" As soon as Ma DK left, the undead he controlled lost their source of energy, and they collapsed on the ground. House, Gray, and Dako ran towards Princess Mina. As soon as they met her, they apologized, "We're sorry, Princess. We arrived late to your rescue. Almost put you in danger." Mina gently said, "It's all right. We all survived the boss, that's what matters." Just then, Bai Qi appeared. He said solemnly, "The danger is not entirely over. We can't let our guard down." Seeing this, Princess Mina quickly stopped him. "Wait, Bai Qi. Now is not the time to press our advantage. The best thing to do is to leave." Bai Qi charged forward, coldly replying, "I have my own judgment." Bai Qi seriously declared, "This boss must die." With that, he launched a shadow assassin attack towards Ma DK. Ma DK was caught off guard and unable to react. He could only stand there and take the hit. Ma DK roared in agony, his health depleted. Bai Qi successfully took down Ma DK. He thought, "I can't let the boss escape, or there will be uncontrollable consequences." As soon as the boss died, the four of them, House, Gray, Dako, and Princess Mina, all leveled up. The four of them exclaimed in astonishment, "We leveled up?" The system announced, "Defeat Blood Demon Ma DK. Gain 320 gold coins and 15,000 soul points." Bai Qi stood above the boss's corpse, a powerful aura emanating from him. Bai Qi leveled up twice in a row. He was now at level 12. He thought, finally past the most difficult level of the Howling Cave. Finally, I can relax. Then the system announced, player Bai Qi received, Blood Rain Frenzy. Dance wildly in a bloody storm. The battle axe can be dual-wielded. The sharp axe is stained with blood and flesh. Holding it will make it easier to get angry and go crazy. Exclusive skill, Blood Rain. The second item was, Corpse Manipulation. Don't you want to thank me for giving you a second life? Well, although you don't seem very intelligent, this skill book can be upgraded. Learning this skill allows you to control the corpses of level 30 or below until they die again. The next item was, Blood Absorption. With your intelligence, you're only worthy of this knockoff. Hidden Space-Time Artifact. Using this device allows you to forcefully absorb the blood of creatures below level 10, slowly replenishing your own health. Princess Mina walked towards Bai Qi. She said, "I apologize, I shouldn't have interfered with your judgment. Because until now, all your judgments have been correct. Also, thank you for protecting me earlier. I owe you a debt." Bai Qi replied to Mina, No, if I recall correctly, you owe me too. But let's talk about it after we get out of here. Then he thought seriously, accurate assessment? No, only partly. But why does this abnormality violate the initial setting? Could it all be related to the awakened? I need to clarify things quickly, or I'll always face unforeseen danger. House, Gray, and Dako approached Bai Qi and Princess Mina. Gray complimented him, "You're amazing. In such a short time, you've become a different person. Unbelievably strong." Dako crossed his arms and seriously said, "This is the hallmark of an awakened. Thank you for saving me, but now I want to fight you immediately." House, placing his hand on his chest, bowed respectfully to Bai Qi. "From the beginning, I was filled with hostility towards you. I even said many unkind things. I'm very ashamed. I sincerely apologize. You are a truly brave person." Just then, the system announced, "Princess of the Kingdom, Princess of the Alliance. Life-saving, your brave rescue action has earned the goodwill of Princess Mina's faction. General rating, friendly." After reading the notification, Bai Qi thought, "My reputation has increased, then. But it doesn't say what rewards this reputation can bring, does it?" He continued to think, "Now that my favorability has increased, the most practical thing to do is to gather some information." Then he told everyone, "I'm not a hero, just someone anyone can kill. But you all, regarding my awakened status, why are you so concerned about it?" Princess Mina replied, "Your awakened status is indeed special, but our situation is similar to yours. We are all ostracized. Moreover, we seem to be destined to be associated with awakened, because besides you, we've been aided by another very powerful awakened." Bai Qi was surprised. He asked, "Another powerful awakened? Can you tell me more about him? You know, as someone who just got reincarnated, I'd like to learn more about my peers." Princess Mina agreed. She turned, then looked back at Bai Qi. "It's not convenient to stay here long. Let's talk while we walk." Thus, the five of them left the cave. One of them happily said, "That's great. Finally, we can leave this cursed place." Bai Qi reminded them, "Focus, the boss is down, but there are still other smaller monsters in the cave. Don't be careless." As they walked, Princess Mina talked about the other awakened, the source of Bai Qi's curiosity. To introduce him, you have to first talk about awakened, a unique group of people. Among awakened, only those who have died and come back to life for some unknown reason. Their common trait is that they carry a unique ability, first discovered after the first Star Wars. They think and act differently from ordinary people. Most of them are cruel and reckless, ignoring rules and doing what they want. They're like outsiders who can't blend into this world. At first, nations didn't pay much attention to them. But then, an ancient prophecy, hundreds of years old, emerged. The prophecy's meaning was that the world would collapse, and only those who were reborn could repair it and become the unified king. Therefore, nations regarded them as heretics and threats. They offered huge bounties, for they absolutely refused to accept that their power came from division, only to have it reclaimed by an outsider. The awakened who helped us was entirely different. He was strong but gentle and polite, not at all reckless or arrogant. Mina turned and continued talking to Bai Qi. "That aura is very similar to yours." She shyly stepped forward. "Meeting you all is my fortune. Although my fate has been tumultuous enough, your fate will be even more unfortunate than mine, because the world's hatred for awakened will exceed your imagination." With that, Mina turned and threw a dagger towards Bai Qi. She solemnly said, "So, this is for you." Bai Qi quickly caught the dagger. He curiously asked, "This is?" Mina replied, "This dagger was given to me by that awakened." Bai Qi carefully examined the dagger. The system displayed its information. The mystery of the shadow. No one can see the true form of the shadow. Although it's a dagger, its sharpness is equal to a paper cutter. The remarkable thing is that it can hide the true identity of its wearer. Only a high-level artifact can see through its disguise. Upon receiving the dagger's stats, Bai Qi pondered, "This dagger? It has this attribute? I've never seen anything like it." Princess Mina continued, "This dagger can hide your awakened identity, reducing unnecessary threats. It can also guide you to find that awakened. It's even more helpful for you." House saw that Mina gave Bai Qi such an important artifact and asked, "Princess, how can you give away such a vital artifact? Without it, won't your identity be exposed? That's very dangerous." Gray, beside her, also agreed. He said, "Right, even if that kid helped us, you could have given him something else as a thank you." Mina smiled confidently, then gently said, "This is a decision I have carefully considered. No need to discuss it further." Bai Qi stared at the dagger, thinking, this is the benefit of increasing reputation? This dagger is truly helpful to me. I can avoid being seen through by high-level awakened. Princess Mina, she's always been so upright and kind. But because she is so good, she is destined to never become queen. As he thought, Bai Qi turned to look at Princess Mina, who was smiling gently. As the last descendant of the splendid Star Empire, which once unified the world, Princess Mina should have lived a royal life, respected by everyone. But unexpectedly, disaster struck. The soul world protecting the world was shattered into 8 pieces by an outsider from beyond the heavens. The world, because of this, experienced intense turmoil. On the deep space exploration ship, although there was no life, unknown genes carried on board led to the mutation of species. The world was filled with the threat of extinction. To protect the world, the splendid Star Kingdom sent out its army and united 8 lords. Together, they fought a desperate battle against the mutated army. This event was called the First Star Wars. Though they were able to defeat most of the mutated army, the splendid Star Kingdom was also depleted of its national strength. In addition, the 8 lords deliberately slacked off in the war. The splendid Star Kingdom's monarchy collapsed, and the 8 lords declared independence, dividing the 8 pieces of the world's stone. Although these events happened hundreds of years ago, as the last bloodline of the splendid Star Kingdom, Princess Mina was still seen as a thorn in their side by the 8 nations. They always pointed their swords at Mina, waiting for her to make a mistake so they could eliminate her. But with Mina's personality, the more she was suppressed, the more determined she was to embark on this difficult path to restoration. Mina formed an army led by House, Gray, and Dako, the 3 people she trusted the most. Gray saw that Bai Qi was lost in thought. He turned and questioned him, "What are you lost in?" Along the way, there are only corpses of the beast-taming squad. Could you have killed them all before you came to rescue us? You got some guts, kid. It's a good thing you didn't choose to be our enemy. The 5 of them kept walking until they finally saw the exit. Dako pointed towards the blinding light ahead and said, "This is the exit, meow." "Damn it, I'm not going to die this time, meow." Mina stepped towards the exit. She said resolutely, "Come on, we're about to escape from this place." Having not seen the light outside for a long time, Mina was blinded as soon as she stepped out. She quickly put her hand up to shield her eyes. The 5 of them were now out of the cave. Before them was the magnificent natural world, bathed in sunlight. Mina spread her arms wide, feeling the air. She said with delight, "Ah, how long has it been since we bathed in warm sunlight like this? The feeling of regaining freedom, it's incredible." House was also mesmerized by the view in front of him. Freedom. Dako was happy, this moment makes life worth living. Gray laughed happily, right. We no longer have to endure the damp, dark air of the cave and the foul smell. Under the setting sun, Mina turned to look at Bai Qi. She softly said, "Only in freedom do we truly understand its value. Please allow me once again to express my gratitude. Bai Qi, we can never repay you for saving our lives." Bai Qi replied politely, "Not at all. The dagger you gave me is enough to repay you. So, what should we do next?" He looked at Mina's back, thinking, although I know their next plan, I'll ask just to be sure. See if anything's changed. Mina paused, then spoke, "Next, we have a mission we must complete." With that, Mina hesitated a little. Bai Qi asked curiously, "What is it?" Gray grinned. "It's a very important matter, haha." House crossed his arms. He seriously said to Gray, "Don't deliberately hide it, Gray. Bai Qi saved our lives, he's a real hero. We don't need to hide things from him." Mina smiled softly and agreed with House. House is right. There's really no need to hide anything. I just feel a little embarrassed to say it, yeah. So Mina decided to reveal her next plan. We had spent a lot of money recruiting a very capable mercenary team. Who would have thought that they would betray us halfway through, putting us in danger? We lost money and suffered. But they stole something very important from me, and I must reclaim it. Hearing this, Bai Qi thought, I know what it is, the nuclear star. The chain made from the core of the shattered world stone. It's proof of the royal bloodline of the splendid Star Kingdom and one of the most important special artifacts in the original game. At this time, Mina took some blame. It's all because I'm weak and naive. I blindly believed their lies. As Mina spoke, House also blamed himself. He punched the stone beside him, then put his hand on his chin and said, "This isn't the princess's fault. It's because we were too weak, unable to protect the princess and the sacred artifact." Gray also bowed his head in self-blame. We were weak, but that's only part of the reason. The bigger reason is that those guys were very good at disguising themselves. We didn't detect their scheme at all. Dako agreed, blaming himself too. Right, I didn't even sense the strange odor on them. It's going to be hard to find them now. Mina's eyes dimmed, but she spoke with determination. I will definitely find them. No matter how long it takes, even if I have to chase them to the ends of the world, I will. Before Mina finished, Baichi confidently said to them, you don't need to go that far, nor do you need to spend a long time. What if I told you I know where those people are? Would you believe me? The four of them widened their eyes in astonishment. What? House asked urgently. Anyone knows where those bastards are. How do you know? Don't joke about this. Gray also quickly spoke up, another shocking statement. Xiao Bai, do you know how important this is to us? On the other hand, Da Jiyu. He doubted, feeling it wasn't very credible. Mina, she pondered. Seeing their doubt, Bai Chi looked straight at them and said seriously, I'm not joking. From the beginning, have I ever lied to you? House saw Bai Chi's seriousness, then said, it's true. Although the process is full of twists and turns, you've never lied to us. Gray also said in surprise, aha, so that means, what we were planning to spend a lot of effort on might not be achievable after all. Da Jiyu shared the same expression as the two young men. He said, can it be solved so easily? As for Mina, she said quietly, we still have doubts about you, we really apologize. But, the heavy stone in our hearts has been gently removed. It still feels unreal. I've already prepared for the worst. Bai Chi put his hand on Mina's shoulder. He reassured her, don't mind it. Although I can't explain the reason, I can assure you that the location of the mercenary group has caused harm to you. Just follow me. Mina felt a bit shy, her cheeks flushed red. She gently replied, okay, I believe you. House on the side felt jealous and quickly said, just saying, don't act disrespectfully towards the princess. Gray laughed and joked with House, okay, the princess hasn't said anything yet, you don't have to point fingers. In another place, the sky was gloomy, fires raged everywhere. The system sounded an alarm. The underground fire burns this forest all year round, but it doesn't completely destroy life here. Instead, it maintains a relatively balanced ecosystem. If you don't like the cold and humid Arctic, then the warm coal forest can definitely be one of your alternative settlements. Of course, don't let those damn red fire spiders bite you. In this coal forest, the survival battle is ongoing, a battle where the strong always win. A lizard is charging ferociously towards a cute little animal. With just a bite, it swallows the tiny animal whole, blood splatters on the lizard's mouth. But suddenly, something causes this lizard to stop. The process was unclear, but the result was that the lizard was slaughtered and roasted over the fire. Voices around them echoed, damn it, this coal forest is really not a place for humans. It's hot enough to kill me. Fortunately, this roasted lizard tastes good. These people are the Justice Mercenary Alliance, about 30 people, level 20 to 30. They are setting up camp in the coal forest. One of them spoke, a little hardship is nothing compared to what we'll get. Hee. Another person agreed, yes, we all have to thank that stupid woman. She was so easy to deceive, easily revealing her true identity. Several high-level members of the group were sitting around the fire, eating roasted lizard and talking. Marshall was very cautious. He wondered, but I don't understand why we still have to stay in this coal forest canyon. I can't wait to go to the city and spend money like water. Kula next to him ripped a piece of roasted lizard and chewed with a loud noise. He said, Big Brother said before that there were special reasons, but he didn't say why. We can only wait. Anyway, the money won't fly away once it reaches our hands. Yuri, the human mage and the deputy mercenary leader, also spoke, hey, boss, how much longer do we have to stay in this weird place? Although I specialize in fire magic, I hate the heat. Hides, the leader of the group, was lost in thought. He didn't answer Yuri. Yuri had to speak up, boss. He called twice but didn't get a response. Yuri sighed helplessly, he's daydreaming again. Since he got that necklace, the boss often stares at it blankly. What's the origin of that necklace anyway? At this time, Hides finally spoke, what are you arguing about? I'm not deaf. I've been guarding here for so many days, just to prevent any unexpected situation. What if that woman escapes from the cave? I really regret it now. I regret that I didn't directly kill them. He angrily clenched his fists, his eyes sharp and cold. Marshall heard this and spoke, you're being too cautious, boss. With their abilities, they definitely couldn't survive in the cave. Kula agreed with Marshall. He said, yes, I bet those people have become fertilizer for the beast race. Haha. Yuri snorted coldly and said, "Who told that woman to reject Big Brother's kindness? If she followed us, her path to restoring her country could have been smooth sailing. Being so short-sighted, how can she restore her country?" He recalled the feelings at that time. Princess Mina was tied up but still stubbornly said, "Justice, our agreement." "How could you be so evil? I trusted you so much, why did you betray me?" Hyde stepped towards Princess Mina. Using his rough hand, he tightly clamped Mina's mouth. He coldly said, "Justice, evil, these two things don't contradict each other for us. It depends on the level of reward we receive. Our evaluation standard is very flexible. As for betrayal, no, I'm not betraying you, I'm helping you." His eyes were full of murderous intent. He lifted Mina's chin, glaring hatefully at her, coldly continuing, "Don't you want to restore your country wholeheartedly? With our help, you'll have to work hard for fewer years. Just give me your legendary necklace and become my woman." Mina said contemptuously, "I've fallen into your hands, kill me or dissect me, whatever you want, but the necklace, don't even think about it. I'll die before I give it to you." Hyde sneered. He snapped his fingers and continued, "So what? What a strong woman. If you don't value your own life, then." He looked at Princess Mina's subordinates who were tied up and kneeling on one side, coldly continuing, "What about the lives of your subordinates? Although they are all useless trash, their loyalty is commendable." His men brandished their weapons, ready to strike at his command. Hyde sneered. He continued, "Can you turn a blind eye and watch them beheaded?" Mina was hit by his weakness. She was silent, her body trembling slightly. Hyde finally got the necklace. He proudly put the necklace around his neck and ordered his men, "Fools have no right to live in this world, let alone a useless princess whose ability doesn't match her ambition. Keep watch for another night. Tomorrow morning, visit the nearest Anka village." His men enthusiastically replied, "Okay, wise boss." Marshall clenched his fist and slammed it against his knee. With his other hand, he grabbed the arm of a beautiful girl. He coldly said, "So we're finally leaving this cursed place? It's time to add some fresh blood. I'm tired of the women in the team. I'm full, time to stretch my muscles," he said, then slung the girl over his shoulder and walked into the tent. The girl screamed in panic, AAA, let me go." Hoo. But his thirst had arrived. There was no way he would let the girl go. Yuri watched their backs with a delighted smile. He said, "They really don't stop for a moment. When they're not eating or sleeping, they're fighting or playing with women. Limitless energy." He turned to ask Hyde seriously, "Boss, what are you going to do with that necklace? It must be priceless. You won't just keep it forever, right?" "I think the best option is to sell it to the nearest country. 8 countries are pursuing that woman, mostly because they want the necklace. If we handle this item well, we'll live a luxurious life. If we don't handle it well, we'll bring disaster upon ourselves." At this moment, a furry little animal approached Hyde's. It made a chirping sound. Hyde's was angry. He thrust the sword in his hand into the furry beast, splattering blood. The furry beast died instantly. Hyde said, "Not wrong. Who would have thought that the escort mission we casually took would make us so much money? We must maximize our profits. Dealing with the country, I've also thought about it, but the country closest to us is the Alina Duchy." As he spoke, he used the tip of his sword to fling the furry beast's corpse away. He said sternly, "The whole country, from the queen to the nobles, is a bunch of broke artists. Instead of selling it to them, it's better to sell it directly to Highbury territory. They are much richer." Yuri heard this and said, "But I heard Hades and Wembach Earl are having a minor war because of some petty border issue. Would they have time to pay attention to us when we're selling the necklace now?" Hades Earl territory, class. Earl, knights, commoners, feature, lion crest, many mountains and mineral resources, excellent blacksmiths and a strong army. Island a duchy, class, queen, nobles, commoners, feature, rose crest, abundant fields and gardens, along with excellent painters and writers. Wembach Earl territory, class, Earl, knights, commoners, feature, bear head and claw crest, dense forests and hunting grounds, excellent hunters and woodworkers." Hyde held up the necklace. He smirked and said, "You underestimated the power of this necklace. The essence of war is profit. Even in times of turmoil like now, that hasn't changed at all. And according to legend, this gem inherited by the royal descendants has the power to change the world. You could say, all the benefits of war combined wouldn't be worth even a tenth of this gem's value." Yuri was shocked and exclaimed, "It's that powerful? Then why don't we keep it, and use its power to build a country to play in?" Hides continued, I'm not saying I haven't thought about that. But after a few days of research, it's just an ordinary gem in my hands. I can't feel any power from it. Forget it. If you want to live long, it's best not to touch powers you can't control. As he spoke, Hyde stood up. He continued, we're not the self-mortifying cult, those who use their own flesh and blood to exchange for power. In our limited lives, earning a lot of money to live comfortably is more important than anything. Yuri said admiringly, that's our boss for you. Then he curiously asked, but how do you know so many secrets? Hides heard Yuri's question and turned back. He gave a wry smile and replied, this is not something you need to know. Okay, inform the brothers to rest up. Tomorrow we'll go to Anka village and have a big fight. Yuri replied, got it. Not far away, after successfully eliminating 2 members of Hyde's group, someone from Mina's group spoke up. You can't kill me and make me believe these bastards actually set up camp in this burning coal forest. But they are very cautious. If it wasn't for Bai Chi's assassination beforehand, if they had directly clashed, the whole camp would have known. At this time, Princess Mina was standing hidden in a bush, silently observing them. She said to everyone, with our disadvantage in level and number, how can we get the necklace back in this unfavorable situation? House carefully observed. He said, although I really want to charge into the enemy camp and snatch it, in this situation of absolute weakness, being brave and fearless is just looking for death. Da Jiyu also spoke, then I'll go lure most of their people. You guys take this opportunity to attack the leader. Gray observed carefully. He asked Da Jiyu, how do you plan to lure them? With your innocent big eyes? In my opinion, it's more believable if you sneak in quietly at night and steal it. Bai Chi saw these 3 men discussing, so he spoke up, we can't wait until night. We only have a maximum of 3 hours left. If they switch patrol shifts, they'll discover the deaths, and the whole camp will be on high alert. This mercenary leader is very cautious. Mina heard this and agreed, he's really tough. He not only has superb acting skills but also a very shrewd mind. It seems we can only temporarily abandon this and find another opportunity. Bai Chi said confidently, there's no lack of opportunity. Mina's group was surprised and exclaimed, what? You have an idea? Quickly tell us. It's unbelievable. What are you thinking in that head of yours? Bai Chi crossed his arms in front of his chest and said confidently, their biggest weakness is their number. I just happen to have a way to bridge this gap in numbers. He continued, deep in the coal forest canyon, there is a nest of fire spiders. Although their level is only around 10 to 20, their number is extremely large. My plan is that you guys first go to the monster's nest within a safe range for yourselves. Lure as many monsters as you can. Then lead them to the mercenary camp and transfer the monster's hatred onto those mercenaries. However, no matter how many ordinary monsters there are, it's hard to cause them much damage. After all, their levels are not low. One person wondered. Bai Chi added, of course, therefore, the effect is minimal, it's just to create a sudden chaos. The key to whether this plan can succeed or not, is whether I can lure the red fire spider boss to the mercenary camp. Everyone in Mina's group was shocked and exclaimed, what? You want to attract the boss alone? This boss is the Red Widow, level 30. It has a massive body with sharp, spiky legs. Gray heard this plan and said, Xiao Bai, your plan is very interesting, but it's basically impossible to execute. First, all members have to escape the battle in stealth mode. That's not possible. House also agreed with Gray. Only the princess and Meow Meow know stealth magic. Da Jiyu, who was called Meow Meow, felt uncomfortable and reminded him, I've told you how many times already, I'm not a cat, I'm a tiger. Princess Mina walked and pondered. She said, my stealth magic can only be used by myself, not for the whole group. If Xiao Meow and I go stealth mode, the monster's hatred will be focused on House and Gray, which is very dangerous. Da Jiyu heard this and was surprised and said, Princess, even I. House spoke to reassure him, don't worry about me. As long as we can get the necklace back, this little danger is nothing. If I die, Meow Meow, you must take good care of the princess. Da Jiyu heard this and said, stealth is impossible, I have to be tough. Even if the spiders crawl all over me and I die, it's still a kind of enjoyment. Meow. Bai Chi stepped forward, confidently walking and assuring everyone, don't worry, just strictly follow my plan, and no one will die. These items are for you, take them. As he spoke, Bai Chi threw some important items to Princess Mina's group for this plan. The first item. Solo in the shadows, bath in the dark solution to gain invisibility. Of course, you can drink it too, it just doesn't guarantee that you won't get diarrhea. Drink water from the dark river to temporarily gain invisibility. Although not limited to a specific profession, the side effects are unknown. The second item. Whisper of God, Deep Space Primitive Space Tool. Even if we research it day and night, we can only replicate 1/3 of the deep space technology. Our fake product compared to this original work of art is just worthless scrap metal. Excerpt from the Deep Space Admiration Academy. Native technology from the Deep Space Exploration Vessel, free communication within 1,000 meters. Under special conditions, space and distance can be bypassed for teleportation. The last item is Ice Grenade. Magic organ is truly a brilliant invention by compressing elemental magic in a closed organ. Proudly introduced by the genius inventor Gerald. Pull the pin, activate and throw at the enemy to trigger a certain range of ice-slowing attacks. Please note that this magic organ will cause indiscriminate attacks, be careful when using. All three young men were stunned when they received the items. House exclaimed, "So many rare items, are you sure you're giving them all to us?" Gray widened his eyes and said, "I'm not mistaken, right? It's really a deep space primitive space tool, and you're even giving each of us one? Do you know how much these things are worth?" Meow Meow had the same expression as the other two. "How did you get them, Meow? Were you the illegitimate son of some king in your previous life?" Bai Chi thought, "How? Of course, it's by constantly grinding. This time, unlocking the deep space tool is barely enough. I still need to accumulate more points to unlock my account." Then he said to Princess Mina's group, "No matter how I got it, it doesn't matter. What matters is that with these items, my plan can proceed smoothly." Mina looked at Bai Chi seriously and said, "We respect your privacy, but being able to easily take out so many deep space tools to give to others, I estimate even the 8 current kings couldn't do it. The deep space primitive space tool is extremely rare, reserved exclusively for the royal family. The royal family considers it the highest honor to bestow upon nobles and knights who have made great achievements. Although the emergence of the Deep Space Admiration Academy has made fake deep space tools common, their poor functionality and mere appearance only highlight the value of the originals. In the 8 countries today, there's even a religion that worships the deep space primitive space tool, including not just nobles. Speaking of the Deep Space Admiration Academy, it's an independent research academy outside the 8 countries. They will convert research findings into military power and sell them to the country that pays the highest price. You could say, their research findings have both promoted the technological progress of the human world and made humans more warlike. And on the black market, the original deep space tools are sought after by the rich and can be sold for sky-high prices. Bai Chi heard this and said, that's why she sold her family heirloom on the black market to pay for the mercenaries. As a result, she not only lost money but also her ancestral necklace. Princess Mina was astonished. She stammered and asked, How do you know?" Bai Chi gave a confident smile and replied, "I guessed." But Princess Mina didn't know that in his mind right now, he was thinking, "I know everything about her." Then Bai Chi turned back and said to Princess Mina with an extremely serious look, "Therefore, don't worry, everything that's lost will be retrieved. I guarantee it." Princess Mina blushed and touched her cheek. She softly replied, "Okay, thank you." Mina thought to herself, why does his words always make me feel so at ease, even a little moved? No, what am I thinking? Is this the time to think about this? At this time, the system also announced, main quest updated. Help Princess Mina retrieve the core of the stars. Quest reward. 1 new account unlocking point. Upon receiving this notification, Bai Chi thought to himself, what can I think about? Great, how can the system get more new accounts to unlock rewards? The system replied, currently, there are 3 quests. 1. Complete assigned quests. 2. Eliminate key pseudo-personalities. 3. Accumulate soul points for exchange. Knowing this information, Bai Chi put on his hood and pondered. It seems that the path to achieving it isn't too difficult. After helping Mina retrieve the core of the stars, he'll focus on unlocking more new accounts. In the current plan, there's only one uncertain factor that needs to be tested in actual combat. Let's go, there's no turning back. Bai Chi led the way, followed by Princess Mina's group. At this time, Bai Chi spoke, everyone, get ready. The monster spider's nest is ahead. Bring your communicators and keep in touch. Act according to the plan. The entire group replied in unison, understood. In front of them was the fire spider's nest. Many glowing spider eggs were stuck to the dry, rotten tree trunks. Spider webs were everywhere. A few baby fire spiders have appeared. Their current level is around 5. The group began to carry out their plan. They used their feet to stomp on these baby spiders to death. House said excitedly, "Ha ha ha, this feels so good to step on. It's crunchy and satisfying. It relieves stress." Gray agreed. "Not wrong. The pressure I've been building up before is finally released. Princess, you try too." Under their feet was a pile of baby spider corpses. Princess Mina also started to take action. She turned back and said to everyone, "Stop playing around, make use of your time and follow Bai Chi's plan. We have to destroy enough spider eggs to provoke the boss." House began to use his sword to break the spider eggs in half. He said, "Understood, but destroying the eggs will really make them angry." Can Bai Chi really calculate everything? Gray was also using his strength to destroy the spider eggs. He said, "Don't overthink it. Before a better plan comes along, we must trust Xiao Bai unconditionally." Meow Meow was also using his strength to destroy as many spider eggs as possible. He agreed with Gray, "Not wrong, Meow." A while later, an adult fire spider with level 18 appeared. It looked at the group of people and roared angrily a few times. Success, Xiao Bai was right again. Retreat according to the plan. Don't use the items Bai Chi gave you yet, wait until we're close to the mercenary camp. Mina ordered. The whole group replied in unison, "Understood." So Mina's group ran ahead, with the spiders chasing after them. In the fire spider's nest, the level 30 fire spider widow sensed that her eggs were destroyed, and her eyes turned blood red. She roared angrily, "My children." At this moment, Bai Chi appeared. He asked her, "You feel your eggs were destroyed, right?" This proves that the princess and the others have successfully completed the first step of the plan. The spider glared at Bai Chi. Bai Chi took a fighting stance. He clenched his saber in both hands. He said, "Next, it's my turn." The boss realized Bai Chi was human. She angrily stabbed her sharp leg towards him, flinging rocks and dirt under her feet. She roared angrily, questioning Bai Chi, "You dare to come to my door to provoke me? Besides wanting to die, what other purpose do you have?" Bai Chi turned around and glanced at the boss. He said, "Want to know my purpose? Win first, then we'll talk." As he spoke, he swung his sword towards the boss's sharp leg. It was shocked, realizing the speed and strength. Finally, the boss transformed back into a woman with blood-red hair. She looked straight at Bai Chi and said, "You're not an ordinary human." Then she stepped closer to him, used both hands to lift his chin, and looked at him with a passionate gaze. Her eyes were blood red. "I like strong men. Now my eggs are destroyed. Why don't you stay with me so we can have more babies?" Bai Chi asked coldly. "Make love? You mean you're going to inject me with neurotoxin and devour me in a state of extreme delusion, right? I'm not interested in becoming your food source for laying eggs." As he spoke, Bai Chi swung his sword and decapitated the boss. The boss was hit immediately. Her human form shattered, and she roared in fury. She returned to her original form. She angrily cursed, "So stupid. You had a painless death but chose a more painful one. Then I'll fulfill your wish." As she spoke, blue viscous liquid shot out from her belly. Wherever the blue viscous liquid landed, it corroded instantly. But with Bai Chi's speed, he easily dodged it. He thought to himself, the boss's hate meter is full. He continued to dodge and thought to himself, but the goal isn't to fight. Whether I can lure the boss out of its territory is the key to victory. The boss had caught up to Bai Chi. She was right above him, causing him to hesitate for a moment. The boss began to spin her web. She was about to ambush him from above. Bai Chi continued to use his speed and strength to dodge her attacks. He thought to himself, in the original game, the boss has a strong territorial defense instinct. No matter how much it's provoked, it will never leave its territory. The boss continued to chase him closely. She proudly said, "Where's your previous momentum? You can only run away. Are you scared by my strength?" Bai Chi paused and thought, "I've led her to the very edge of her territory. Is she any different than before?" The boss turned back. She proudly said, "Tisk, tasteless. I'm not interested in weak men. It's not easy, but if hatred can't hook her, then try something more appealing." Bai Chi thought, then pointed at her and said, "Wait, don't you want to know my purpose? Well, I'll tell you. I came here on orders from your Silk Thread Guild. It's a good material to make equipment. What's more, near our camp, there are 30 men who are even stronger than me. Would I be afraid of you?" The boss heard this and turned back in surprise. "What? 30 strong men?" Her inherent love for men surged. She chased after Bai Chi and said, "Tisk tisk tisk, I'm excited. If I can drain 30 strong heroes, I can have more babies." Take me there quickly, or I'll kill you now. Bai Qi ran and rejoiced. Success. My judgment was correct. This world seems to follow the original setting, but it's not rigid data like that. Then, I can do things that I couldn't do in the game before, relying on my knowledge of the game and breakthrough actions. So this is the true way to play the world? It's becoming more interesting every day. Over at Princess Mina's group, they had successfully attracted a horde of level 20 red fire spiders. As they ran ahead, leading the way, they chatted amongst themselves. House said, exciting. Bai Qi could come up with this plan, he's a genius. Gray reminded them, don't get distracted. The mercenary camp is not far away, stick to Bai Qi's plan. Mina said at this time, we must hide on the edge of the camp and transfer the hatred of these spider monsters to the mercenaries. The key to the bottle's success is to divide the army into 4 groups to surround the mercenary camp in every direction, leaving them with no escape route. Originally, these things wouldn't be possible, but with Bai Qi's items, we can do it. Therefore, we must work together, we can't waste Bai Qi's high-level items. Princess Mina's gaze was now determined. Mina ordered, now, divide up. Everyone, immediately disperse in 4 different directions. The spiders also dispersed, following the directions of the 4 of them. In another development, Hyde's group discovered the 2 guards had been killed. Another guard reported to Hyde's, that's what we found when we switched shifts. I don't know since when, but these 2 were killed in silence. Damn it, they dared to attack my men. Who doesn't know the heavens and earth? But this cursed place, we checked earlier and there was no one. Could it be a wild beast? Hyde sat down and carefully examined. He said, these wounds weren't caused by a wild beast. Someone used a dagger to stab them in the neck. Stabbed in the neck? Who is it? Could it be that girl and her accomplices are still alive and came to avenge us? The guard said in panic. Hyde furrowed his brows. His eyes were sharp and cold. He continued, the level of the weapon and the method of attack were very quick and clean. There's no one in her team who can do this. He thought, but if it's not them, then who is it? At this time, one of Hyde's group appeared. He was injured in the thigh and blood was oozing from the wound. He urgently reported to Hyde's, leader, it's not good. Our camp has been invaded. He clutched the wound on his shoulder and continued to say to Hyde's, there are a lot of spider monsters pouring into the camp from all sides. The others can't break the siege. Fortunately, I was patrolling on the edge of the camp and had a chance to escape and report. But the most important thing is, for a moment, I saw the girl's silhouette, but she disappeared instantly. Hydes was shocked and exclaimed, what? He thought in panic, that girl, she actually escaped. Impossible, it's impossible. What the hell happened? At the same time, at the mercenary camp, the spider army charged in, attacking in a massive wave. Flames engulfed the surroundings, and those inside cried out in panic, run. There are too many damn spider monsters, we can't kill them all. Another person said helplessly, run? We can't, we're surrounded on all sides. The low-level mercenaries were pummeled by the spiders. One of them cried in despair, help, save me, I don't want to die. The next second, he was hugged tightly by a red spider, who bit his head, sending blood splattering everywhere. The spider kept making a terrifying hissing sound. Marshall, Kula, and Yuri fought back desperately against the red spiders. Marshall fought and swore, beep. I haven't even had time to pull up my pants, and I'm under attack. What the hell are these spider monsters? Didn't the intel say their nest was far from us? Why are they attacking us? Kula joined in. Didn't the intel say their nest was far away? Why are they attacking us? Yuri also shouted in anger, damn it, I don't know, damn it. Why hasn't the boss come back yet? If we keep this up, we won't be able to hold out, there are too many. Finally, Hydes returned. He coldly punched the red spider in front of him, knocking it out. His men were overjoyed to see him. Boss is back. Great, we're saved. 3 of his men urgently said, Boss, quickly lead us to fight back against these damn spider monsters, kill these disgusting bugs. Hydes was in a hurry, he said angrily, kill what? We've been tricked. These spider monsters were planned and lured to the camp, we have no chance of winning. Quickly grab all the valuables and run. Kula worriedly asked, what? What about the brothers? Hydes glared at Kula, he said coldly, brothers in moments of danger will block the knife. Only those who survive still have their lives. Take as many as you can. The 3 men heard this and hurriedly followed Hydes. They didn't forget to flatter him, boss is boss, even in a crucial moment, he's still decisive and cold-blooded. Yes, as long as we survive. Just then, the level 30 Red Widow boss appeared. She let out a terrifying sound. With her massive body, she flung everything out of her way, and a pile of their accumulated gold coins was tossed into the air. The 4 men in Hyde's group stood stunned, looking at the boss and the gold. The 4 of them watched the gold coins with regretful expressions. Money, our money. The boss looked around and said, "That guy wasn't wrong, there really are many strong men. I can lay a lot of eggs." As she spoke, she started shooting silk, binding the mercenaries. She happily roared, "Become my nutrients, ha ha ha." Kula was unlucky enough to be hit by the boss's silk. He was paralyzed and screamed in panic, "AAA." Hydes managed to dodge and cursed, "Damn it." The boss continued to shoot silk, attacking Hydes. He quickly dodged. The boss recognized him as the leader here. She said, "Oh, you're the leader that the kid mentioned. You're the one who sent people to pull my silk and take my cocoons. Now I've shown myself, and you're just running away?" Hydes had been running for a while and was tired. He thought to himself, that kid, could he be the one behind this? But why would he want to harm us? He's in the princess's group. No, if the princess knew this kind of dangerous person, she wouldn't have asked us for help. What's going on? Just as he was lost in thought, Yuri grabbed his leg. Yuri pleaded with Hydes, save me, boss. I still don't want to die yet." Yuri was paralyzed, having no strength left. His survival rate was below 30%. Hydes chuckled and used one hand to lift Yuri up. Yuri hastily said, "Thank you, boss, you haven't abandoned me." But Hydes didn't let Yuri finish his sentence. He coldly threw Yuri towards the boss, causing Yuri to scream in despair. Taking advantage of the moment the boss dealt with Yuri, Hydes quickly ran away. He thought with a dark face, "If I can't find that ace, I won't be able to fight. I can't escape." Using the melee for cover and his speed, escaping alone shouldn't be a problem. But it's a pity for my money. At the same time, the other mercenaries were screaming, "Ah, it's the boss. We're doomed." Hydes continued to run deeper into the forest. He ran and muttered, Damn it. I wasted my heart and soul building this legion, only to be destroyed like this? Damn it, I'm not reconciled. But at least I still have this necklace. As long as I have it, I will have the capital to rise again. Damn it, I wasted my heart and soul building this legion, only to be destroyed like this? Damn it, I'm not reconciled. But at least I still have this necklace. As long as I have it, I will have the capital to rise again. He ran for a while and saw a familiar figure. He thought, that person is. No mistake, it's that girl. All of this was done by her. She actually escaped from Morbik Cave, but this time, I won't give her any way to survive. He was determined. He gathered his strength in his fist and jumped, punching towards Mina, who was standing there. But what he hit was just her illusion. He was astonished and discovered, this is, a deep space tool? No way. How could she have such a high-level item? Just as he was wondering, Bai Chi suddenly appeared behind him and put a knife to his neck. Bai Chi's eyes flashed with a red glow. He coldly said, there are many things beyond your comprehension. This caused Hydes to freeze for 5 seconds. Then he immediately swung his fist towards Bai Chi. Bai Chi noticed it and dodged the attack successfully. Hydes recognized the dagger in Bai Chi's hand. He said angrily, Dagger. You're the one. So you're the one who started it all. You orchestrated so much just to steal this necklace. Then he suddenly burst into laughter. Ha 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 ha, I was too cautious. I never thought that the person behind it was a level 10 assassin. Ha ha ha, I admit your plan has been very successful. But showing up to steal it, it's all going to be in vain. It seems he's become overconfident. As he spoke, he charged forward. As he rushed, he said, direct fight. Can you defeat me? He punched towards Bai Chi, but he quickly dodged his attack. His punch was very powerful, knocking a large tree away. Bai Chi lightly landed behind Hydes. He couldn't help but think in surprise, this speed and agility, is he really only level 10? Bai Chi stood up, provoking Hydes. He waved his hand at Hydes like he was calling a dog. Is this it? All this set up just for this final battle with you? Let's begin, see who can last until the end. Hydes said coldly, you've missed your best chance to kill me. Why didn't you go straight for me? You backstabbed me and seriously injured me. Bai Chi calmly replied, your elemental nomad's passive ability makes you immune to backstabs. If I tried to backstab you, I'd be stunned and at a disadvantage. Hydes grinned, interesting. You're not high level, but you know a lot. But I still overestimated you, the sneak attacker. It's my fault for being so careless. As he spoke, his strength exploded. A fierce fire erupted from his palms. He continued with a grim voice, "I'll make sure you die a painful death." With those words, he jumped and rushed towards Bai Qi, his eyes filled with determination. He swung his attack towards Bai Qi and said coldly, "Only then will I be able to alleviate my regret." Bai Qi, with his agility, easily dodged the attack. Hides was angry. "Dodge? It's useless. If you know so much, you should know that elemental nomads are the bane of sneak attackers." He continued to attack Bai Qi. Bai Qi dodged while thinking, this is reality. Sneak attacks, speed, and other things sneak attackers are good at are useless against elemental nomads. Bai Qi stopped, standing proudly without dodging. Hides still charged forward, confidently saying, "The outcome of this duel was clear from the moment we met." Bai Qi continued to think. But the limitations of professionalism can be supplemented by combat experience. It's not the key to winning or losing. What truly matters is skill. Thinking so, Bai Qi continued to dodge Hide's continuous attacks. Hide's arm transformed. He smiled confidently and said, "You can still counterattack despite my continuous attacks. Your combat experience exceeds my expectations. But in this situation, the difference between skill and combat experience doesn't matter. You have some skill, but not much. That's it," Hide said dismissively. A pair of wings began to form behind him. Bai Qi secretly observed, "I have 10 basic levels and 30 peak levels. Peak levels only affect attributes, not skills. So my professional skills are only at level 10. While he's a complete level 30 elemental nomad, a sacred beast. He can upgrade his natural elemental armor, attack, and defense. It's extremely powerful." Hides didn't hesitate. He charged towards Bai Qi, his eyes filled with murderous intent. "I'll kill you first, then that woman." Bai Qi's health was around 60%. Hides approached Bai Qi. He swung his arm horizontally. He roared, "Die!" Bai Qi's red cloak was torn in several places. He asked himself, will it end here? No, no. He grabbed the edge of his red cloak, turned towards Hides, and confidently declared, "I dared to face you one-on-one. Of course, I have a way to defeat you." Currently, Bai Qi's survival rate was around 40% after being continuously attacked by Hides. Hides sneered, "Haha, then how are you going to defeat me?" Bai Qi took out his artifact, a rhombus-shaped object that emitted a purple light. He grinned mischievously and said to Hides, "Do I need to say it? Of course, I'm going to hack." In his hand was a professional skill scroll. Want to experience what it's like to be on a higher level? This is the way to do it. Level 50 consumable item. It can unlock level 50 professional skills. Lasts for 3 minutes. Bai Qi arrogantly said to Hides, "If skill is the key to victory, I'll use level 50 skills to crush you." With those words, he started hacking. A phantom assassin appeared behind him, radiating immense power and pressure. Phantom Assassin, a level 50 professional skill of a sneak attacker, cuts through rifts in space with a blade, summoning demon phantoms from the Shadow Realm to assist in battle. Hides was intrigued. What kind of illusionary magic is this? You have a lot of strange toys, but once you kill them, they'll be mine. Ha ha ha. He charged towards Bai Qi. Their fists collided, sending rocks flying. The two of them clashed again, but Bai Qi was clearly superior. Moments later, Hides was beaten to a pulp. His wings shattered. This is impossible. This isn't an illusion. He quickly created new wings. It's truly the oppressive power of level 50 skills. Run, or I'll die. He still couldn't understand how the kid got such a high-level artifact. Damn it. Just then, large, sharp-clawed hands reached out and grabbed his wings, pinning him to the ground. Hides looked in horror. He was tightly grasped by those large hands and pinned to the ground, unable to resist. Bai Qi stood before him and said coldly, "Didn't you want to make me die a painful death? Why are you trying to run?" Hides was confused. If you had such a powerful artifact, why didn't you use it earlier? Did you underestimate me from the beginning? Did you pretend to be weak and then crush me with overwhelming power? I had no grudge against you. Why push it this far? Who are you? Bai Qi grinned mischievously. You're very smart, but being too smart can be harmful. You've been on the wrong path for too long. Hides held out his necklace and pleaded, I know I'm wrong. Isn't this your goal? I shouldn't have had my eyes on it. Please spare me. Bai Qi smiled with satisfaction. But he still held the dagger in charge. I liked your arrogant attitude better before. But I want both your necklace and your life. Bai Qi charged forward, hacking at him. Hides screamed in pain. After a while, the dust settled. Hides coughed, cough, cough, cough. Why? Hides was covered in wounds. His necklace fell. He said in agony, "Why didn't you kill me directly? How much longer do you want to torment me?" He coughed, cough, cough, cough. His survival rate was only about 5%. He was suffering, paralyzed by fear. Bai Qi approached him and gently lifted the necklace. He said, "If you were my enemy, you wouldn't have survived this long. The reason I'm keeping you alive is because I have a promise to keep with someone else." At that moment, the system announced, "Side quest completed. Player Bai Qi has gained 8,000 soul points. Unlocked card points. 1. Bai Qi threw the necklace towards Princess Mina. "I've done my part. Now it's your turn. Ask what you need to ask before the boss arrives." Princess Mina reached out and caught the necklace. She exclaimed, "Oh." Mina approached Hides and asked, "Why didn't you kill us directly and instead threw us into that suffering cave? I want to know your real motive for doing that." Hides stubbornly replied, "You're waiting for me to say it because there's a little bit of goodness left in my heart. Please spare my life? Don't be ridiculous. I just wanted you to suffer more. I'm regretting it now, regretting that I didn't kill you all directly and gave you a chance to come back and kill me. It's my fate, I accept it." Bai Qi thought, he's still putting up a front even when he's about to die. His fate isn't just about his life. The reason I didn't kill him was because I gambled on the princess's luck. If I chose not to save her, she would have escaped from that suffering cave. He would have truly pledged his allegiance to her and helped her restore her kingdom. Her faction would have been my enemy. I can only prioritize my own interests. Whether it affects the outcome of others or not is not within my consideration. Don't blame me. The world is cruel like that. Hides continued, "Your fate is even more tragic than mine because you've become enemies of the entire world." Ha ha ha. House, furious, charged forward with his sword. "Shut up." House swung his sword towards Hides, but suddenly Spider Silk shot out and pulled him away. It was the Red Spider Queen. She bound Hides' legs with silk and said, "He's mine." Hides, close to death, still scoffed, "I'd rather be sucked dry than die at your hands. You've lost your chance to kill me. I win." The Red Spider Queen stood facing Bai Qi and said, "Finally, I found you, little one." The Black Widow boss said, "The camp you brought me to has been taken over by me. Now you're the only one left. I'll catch you and go back to my lair to enjoy myself." Bai Qi said to everyone, "Everyone step back, I'll handle this boss." He thought to himself, "My only professional talisman is gone. Its effect will only last less than a minute. I need to act quickly and decisively." Everyone disagreed, "You've done so much for us already. We can't let you fight alone again. Bai Qi, being timid and living a quiet life isn't our style. Let us help you." The boss roared in anger, "You want to resist? Capturing a man and killing a woman, that's the decision." As she spoke, her whole body was enveloped in flames. Suddenly, a loud roar filled the air, sending both the boss and everyone else into a state of shock, questioning the source of the growl. The boss angrily asked, "Who dares to growl above me?" As soon as she finished speaking, a giant dragon's leg stomped down, crushing her to the ground. Bai Qi exclaimed in disbelief, "This is impossible." An ancient dragon, Dickon Blake, of unknown level appeared. Its massive form towered over Bai Qi and his small group, making them look like ants. Bai Qi thought, "Why is this ancient dragon here?" The ancient dragon began to fight the Black Widow boss. The Black Widow boss struggled to free herself from the ancient dragon's control. Everyone started trembling in fear. This is unbelievable. The legendary dragon has suddenly appeared. What do we do? Fight or run? My legs won't move. Bai Qi reminded everyone, "Stay in your positions, don't move." Damn it, another unexpected plot twist. I have to find a solution quickly or else. The Black Widow boss angrily asked, "You stupid bird, why haven't I seen you before? Not only did you invade my territory, but you dared to step on my head. Get out of here, or I'll suck you dry." She then engulfed herself in flames. The dragon, overwhelmed by the heat, lifted its leg and stepped back. The Black Widow boss laughed triumphantly, "You're afraid after all, kekekeke. You're seeking death. Watch as I suck you dry." Before she could finish her sentence, she was swallowed whole by the dragon's massive, tooth-filled mouth. The dragon crushed the Black Widow boss with its teeth and then swallowed her whole. Bai Qi was still thinking about how to deal with this new situation. In the original game, there was a distinction in racial awareness between wild creatures. This ignores the differences in level and race. If you're not happy, you'll dead. Fortunately, the fire-binding boss helped buy me some time, allowing me to calm down and search my memories for information about this black dragon. Bai Qi was still figuring out how to deal with this new situation. In the original game, there was racial perception among the wild beasts. Ignoring the differences in levels and races, if you don't follow, you'll get done. Thankfully, this fiery chain boss has bought us some time, allowing me to calm down and search my memory for information about this black dragon. Dickon Blake, the ancient dragon. Its real name should be the guardian dragon Dickon Blake. Originally one of the 3 guardian dragons of the world's soul, besides this black male dragon, there are also a red and a blue female dragon. They are all extremely powerful beings in legends. Since the world's soul was destroyed and the capital was obliterated, the last time people saw Dickon Blake was in the first battle of the falling stars. It has completely disappeared without a trace since then. Although I know where it is, and I have brushed past it countless times as a hidden boss, these are things I would only dare to do after reaching a certain level. Encountering it now, I wouldn't survive. Now the ancient dragon is starting to gather energy in its mouth. Everyone is worried that it's about to breathe fire. We don't have any plans that we can use. We're doomed. Suddenly, Bai Qi shouted, "Please wait a moment, sir. Don't kill us, we are not your enemy." The ancient dragon looked at Bai Qi in astonishment. Then, it gradually reduced the pressure of the fiery energy, and the skill dissipated. Everyone was astonished. What happened? They couldn't understand Bai Qi's words. Just like that, he made the ancient dragon stop breathing fire. That was the dragon's language. The ancient dragon lowered its head and asked Bai Qi, "You, a tiny human, how do you know the dragon's language? In your short and ugly history, the total number of people who know the dragon's language is less than 10. Bai Qi replied, "I not only know the dragon's language, I also know your noble and mysterious identity, noble guardian." System notification. Player Bai Qi has used the skill book, Dragon's Secret Language. Dragon's Secret Language. Listen to the whisper of the dragon. Achieve perfect resonance, and you will gradually understand and speak like a dragon. Skill book usage. This skill book can be used to learn the dragon's language. Although there are no IQ attribute restrictions, it has extremely high EQ requirements. If you say the wrong word, you will turn into a flying coal. Bai Qi knelt before the ancient dragon and said respectfully, "Guardian of the world's soul, witness to rules and law, most honorable partner of the astral royal family, representative of the power and flame of the Black Spirit, guardian dragon Dickon Blake. I, Bai Qi, greet you and offer my highest respect and admiration." The dragon was rather astonished and asked, "How do you know these identities of mine? Who are you? Tell me the reason. If not, I will make you die a painful death. Don't think that a few words from you can deceive me. You humans are the epitome of smallness and cunning. I will not trust any of you again." Bai Qi silently observed, "Is that wound new? It's the wound that made it furious and impatient like this." In the original game, Dickon Blake would not proactively attack humans. All these incidents, they must be related to the imposter. Waiting for a while, seeing Bai Qi not respond, the ancient dragon began to get impatient and shouted, "Speak, or you'll die." Bai Qi immediately replied, "Please calm down, guardian. I would never dare to deceive you. I know these things because I have served the last child of the astral royal family, who has a close relationship with you." As he spoke, Bai Qi pointed towards Princess Mina. "This one, she is the last bloodline of the astral royal family, Astral Princess Mina." Princess Mina was very worried, but she still had to pretend to be strong and stepped forward. Although she didn't know what Bai Qi was trying to do, she had to persevere. With her absolute aura, she absolutely could not lose. Bai Qi continued, "According to your covenant with the astral royal family, you not only cannot kill her, but in principle, you have the duty to protect her." The ancient dragon suddenly spread its wings and laughed loudly. "Dare to threaten me? Ha 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 ha. You tiny human, you are quite interesting. What I protect is the world's soul, the world's balance, not a human bodyguard. The covenant I made with the astral royal family was only because I was seeking entertainment in this long life. Besides, our covenant ended the moment they were destroyed. And you randomly found a person and said she is the last bloodline of the royal family." As it spoke, the ancient dragon angrily stomped its foot to show its anger. "I've lost my patience, but I'll give you one last chance. Prove her, or you all will die." Bai Qi replied, "I understand, please go ahead." As he spoke, he took out a necklace with a star core. Bai Qi continued, "This star core can only be possessed by the bloodline of the royal family. This is enough to prove." Before he could finish, the ancient dragon gathered its strength. Then, it breathed fire and attacked them. Bai Qi quickly hugged Princess Mina and dodged the attack. The dragon's breath was incredibly powerful, a mere touch could make them vanish. Fortunately, they managed to avoid it. The ancient dragon roared in anger. A mere mortal dared to touch the supreme star core. Whoever it is, they deserve to die. Bai Qi spoke, I haven't finished my explanation yet. You are a witness to rules and order, yet you break them. Have you lost your dignity as a guardian and completely fallen into darkness? He thought to himself, although I've survived, I wasted 2 precious deep space artifacts. The ancient dragon continued to attack furiously. You dare to block my dragon's breath? I saw your artifact in the Starfall War, but it can only block once. There will be no second time. Bai Qi thought to himself, indeed, how do we break this deadlock? Open a new account? Winning is too far-fetched. Even if I unlock 25% of my artifact inventory, the artifacts capable of dealing with the ancient dragon are very limited. The blood dragon armor and dragon bone sword I unlocked earlier can save my life, but my strength attribute is too low to equip them. What now? Is this the only way left? After thinking for a moment, he turned to Princess Mina and said, to break this deadlock, there's only one way left, but this method will cause extreme damage and pain. Mina agreed without hesitation, go ahead. As long as we can survive, no matter how painful it is, I can endure it. As soon as Mina finished speaking, Bai Qi immediately reached behind her neck and knocked her unconscious. Don't worry, this method will definitely help us survive and leave. We can only rely on you now. Seeing Bai Qi's strange actions, House panicked and shouted, Bai Qi, what are you doing? Bai Qi laid Mina down and warned House about what was going to happen. Don't let the princess know anything. House asked, what are you trying to do? Seeing Bai Qi raise his sharp sword, ready to stab the princess, House hurriedly stopped him. What are you doing? Stop it. Bai Qi reassured him, don't worry, I will use the most delicate technique to minimize her pain. The blade plunged straight into her heart. Then, it was gently withdrawn. Bai Qi used the blood he had just taken from Mina's heart and dripped it onto her necklace. The ancient dragon shouted impatiently, your time is up. It immediately unleashed a breath attack. The ancient dragon's attack instantly headed towards Bai Qi. As the attack neared Bai Qi, a giant figure appeared and used a shield to block it. This sudden event astonished the ancient dragon. What? How is this possible? It's him, the human I could never forget. The first king of the astral kingdom, Manhwa the Astral, appeared. His gigantic form was comparable to the ancient dragon. Furthermore, he possessed a powerful aura that made the dragon slightly apprehensive. The ancient dragon looked at him and asked, you died 100 years ago, how could you possibly descend to this world again? No way, this must be a trick to deceive me. Don't try to fool me. Bai Qi held the princess in his arms and said confidently, whether it's a trick or not, battle will reveal all. Provoked, the ancient dragon roared in anger, you wretched ants. No matter how many times you struggle and cry for help, this will be your final blow. I will turn you all into smoke and ashes. It then unleashed its ultimate breath attack towards the figure of King Manhwa. The ancient dragon's powerful attack created a horrifying explosion, its shockwaves spreading across a vast area. The ancient dragon laughed triumphantly, this ultimate breath, haha, even the toughest steel would melt. You shouldn't have used Manhwa's illusion to provoke me. Bai Qi replied resolutely, illusion? You should open your eyes wide and look carefully. Bai Qi repeated, look carefully. Is this an illusion? King Manhwa's figure appeared, completely unscathed after the attack. Manhwa raised his leg high and slammed it down on the ground, creating powerful shockwaves that destroyed everything in their path. No mistake, this is the real power of Manhwa. But I saw your death with my own eyes. I never imagined that the Star Core could grant such heaven-defying power. Manhwa charged towards the ancient dragon. The dragon couldn't believe its eyes. It was impossible. That girl, is she really Manhwa's descendant? As the ancient dragon spoke, it had to block Manhwa's attacks. After a single blow, the dragon lost 50% of its health. The ancient dragon roared in anger, good. I couldn't kill you before, but today I'll kill your descendants. It then violently swung its tail to attack. Just as the dragon's tail was about to hit Manhwa, he used the counterattack skill to block it. The dragon was shocked. Counterattack? Counterattack. At the moment you're about to be attacked by your opponent, you use your shield to deflect the attack, temporarily freezing your opponent and greatly increasing your attack power in your next move. The guards beside the princess were also astonished. That huge figure could actually use a high difficulty skill like counterattack? I thought I could only read about the first king in ancient texts or see his broken statue. I didn't expect to witness his power with my own eyes. It's so strong. My fur is standing on end. Bai Qi thought, there's no doubt about the first king's power, but fatal mistakes are inevitable. I need to end this battle quickly before that happens. The ancient dragon gritted its teeth in anger. Damn it. That move again? Why? It continued to fight Monotulus. Why, after hundreds of years? This overwhelming pressure still makes me tremble. It reminds me of that long-gone, adventurous time. The ancient dragon recalled the first time it met him. Dickon Blake, stop hiding in your cave all day. Come with me. My name is Monotulus, the king of humans. Let's be friends and protect this world's soul together. The dragon was astonished at the time. How dare a human appear before me? And even have such audacity? Go to hell. Then they engaged in battle. I was only over 100 years old then, but I didn't expect to be pushed to the brink by a human. Kill or let go, it's up to you, but I will never obey a human, never. Monotulus countered, is that so? Then I'll grant you that wish. Let you experience the pain of being cut and dismembered, see if you can endure it. Monotulus swung his sword towards the dragon. As the sword neared the dragon, Monotulus stopped it and asked, are you trembling? Seems like you're still afraid of death even though you're a dragon. Well, I'll give you one last chance. You can hate me, or when you feel strong enough, you can fight me to the death. But until then, cooperate with me. Where does this human get his confidence? The lifespan of humans doesn't exceed 100 years. Compared to our 1,000-year lifespan, even if we can't defeat him now, we can easily kill his loved ones. Then, the dragon agreed, fine, I agree with you. But before I could take action, a powerful figure like Monotulus died in the First Starfall War. Although I regained my freedom, I couldn't personally kill him. That's my biggest regret. Why? Hundreds of years have passed, but I can't escape the haunting memories of him. Monotulus delivered a massive sword strike. The energy was so strong that it cut through the entire forest. This sword strike seemed to cleave the very heavens, but it didn't kill the dragon. The dragon looked at Monotulus. Could the fear be etched so deeply? No, impossible. I won't let you stir up my weak memories. Why, you're dead, yet you won't leave me alone. Monotulus used the shock retreat move. The dragon was astonished, repeating that old trick? Do you want me to submit to your descendants? The dragon retreated and roared, no, no way. From this day forward, I will not submit to anyone. Then it vomited a clump of slime. Inside the slime was a treasure chest. It roared, no one can control me. No one can enslave me. I am free. Ha, 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 cough. Then it used horrifying escape and fled. The guards and Bai Qi cheered. The evil dragon has fled. We're alive. We won without a fight. Princess, Xiao Bai. Why didn't you use your ultimate move to kill that evil dragon directly? Bai Qi replied, he had no malice, so I didn't kill him. Besides, the time to summon the first king has ended. Being able to scare him away is the best outcome. He's still not fully recovered from the First Starfall War. He has mental problems. Otherwise, at the princess's current level, summoning the first king wouldn't have been able to suppress this black dragon for long. System notification. Player Bai Qi has defeated the Contract Justice Shidas, Boss Fiery Chain, Scarlet Fruit, Guardian Ancient Dragon Dickon Black. Received 40,000 soul points, obtained the following artifacts. Ancient treasure chest, full of drool. Do you want to get rich? Then don't be afraid of the stench. Open it. It's an ancient treasure chest. No one knows how long it's been swallowed by the ancient dragon. No one knows when it's from or what equipment is inside. Will it bring wealth or death? It only exists for a moment. Dai Ji wondered, why did I suddenly level up 2 levels? But why am I not happy at all? Meow. Dai Gulv. 23, Princess's Guard, Origin Type Knight. Gray also spoke, I saw power beyond imagination with my own eyes. Now I know how small I am. Gray LV. 25, Princess's Guard, Spirit Mage. House reminded his teammates, now is not the time to be lamenting about this. Princess, is she alright? Bai Qi, why can the Star Core still be used like this? What happened after all? Bai Qi replied, the princess's body is fine, but her spirit has suffered too much. It might take 10 days for her to wake up. The Star Core is a kind of energy that humans cannot comprehend. It requires the heart and blood of the royal bloodline to activate. For her safety, you must keep silent about what happened. Otherwise, with her strong personality, the princess will definitely get involved in danger again. But to survive this time, I couldn't help but do it. I'm sorry. Why apologize? To save us, to rescue us from the clutches of the Black Dragon, that's enough to make us indebted to you for life. Besides, the princess volunteered. Her strength and courage far exceed your imagination. Of course, she's worthy of being the one you spent your entire lives protecting. It's time to leave this charred forest, but before we do, we can't just leave this disgusting treasure chest behind. Right, this chest seems to have a very high level of class. There must be something expensive inside. Didn't you guys read the introduction? It says wealth or death in a moment. What does that mean? Bai Qi explained, that means there's a high chance that there's a trap inside this chest. This thing never appeared in the original game. I wonder what's inside. The battle with the ancient dragon has ended. Everyone is still alive, but another problem has appeared. What's in the chest? Gray stopped Bai Qi. Xiao Bai, don't get excited. Didn't you say it might be a trap? Don't mess around. Dai Jiyu added, this thing might be a chest monster. Let me blur it, otherwise, you guys will be doomed if you react to it. Meow. Chest monster? I know about it, of course. It's a kind of soft-bodied monster that lives inside treasure chests, attracting adventurers who are obsessed with treasure chests. It'll swallow you whole with just one bite. It usually appears in ruins or at the end of a maze. I've been killed by it many times while exploring in the game. Although I've never seen this kind of chest before, I'm pretty sure. Gray interrupted Bai Qi, pay attention. From now on, don't open it until I count to 3. 1. Bai Qi also looked serious and waited. But before Gray could reach 3, Bai Qi used his foot to kick the lid of the chest open. Xiao Bai, you're not playing by the rules again, are you? Don't. Before he could finish, they were astonished by the eruption of gold coins from inside the chest. Holy crap, this is. The gold coins are flowing out like a fountain. We're rich. Meow. Bai Qi said, it seems my judgment was correct. The description of the treasure chest was just to prevent theft. The chest monster wouldn't have any description at all. System notification. You have opened the chest. The team has received the first king's glorious coin, surpassing all glories in this world. Ancient coin. Coins minted to commemorate the ascension of the first king Monotulus, extremely valuable. Holy crap. It's actually the first king's coin. This thing is extremely valuable. The key of hell's exile, lava, blood, burning alive. Are you sure you want to open this forbidden door? Key of level 50 dungeon. This key can open the door to a certain hell hidden in the land of exile. Don't ask me what awaits you beyond the door. Coordinates of exile dungeon. I poured my entire life into searching for the location of that dungeon, but alas, I have aged and will not live long. This map should be buried with me. The location of a certain hell hidden in the flow of history, drawn by an old friend. It's unclear why, but it was intentionally buried. This hell dungeon didn't exist in the original game. It seems extremely dangerous. I'll wait until I'm high enough level and explore it. Soul summoning bell. Do you hear anything? That eerie sound of a bell. It's the living summoning the dead. Apply the ashes of a specific character to the bell. When the bell rings, the soul of the ashes will be summoned to fight for you. Gray picked up a gold coin and said, I'm not mistaken, am I? This is the first king's coin, right? One of these is worth 50 regular gold coins. Dai Jiyu tossed the gold coins up and said excitedly, I love it. I love it. Come on, drown me in this money. Meow. Bai Qi said, take all this money, you guys. The other artifacts are all mine. But be careful not to be tricked again. House spoke, that's not fair to you. All these victories were thanks to you. We wouldn't have a problem if you took the majority. But why give all the money to us? Bai Qi explained, giving it all to you doesn't mean I don't need it. This is my investment in your cause of restoring the kingdom. I hope that after you restore the kingdom, I can receive a greater return. House laughed and replied, it seems I have to reassess you. You're not just a powerful warrior, but also a straightforward and far-sighted businessman. I'll accept this investment on behalf of the princess. If she wakes up, she'll be happy to accept it. I think so. We'll continue to follow the plan and go. Great, are we really on the same side now? Xiao Bai, what's your plan? Will you go with us? Bai Qi replied, I was originally going to recruit a group of mercenaries and then head to Baron Robbie's place. Now the princess is very weak, the only place to go is there. Baron Robbie, of course I know him. A famous noble of the Alina Duchy. He has money, connections, a fierce and savage personality. He's truly an existence that embodies both evil and justice. He has no ill will towards Princess Mina because his family received favor from the Astral royal family. so she can hide there and be protected very well. He turned around and said to everyone, I'm going to Anka village next. I can't go with you guys. They were surprised. Anka village? I remember looking at the map. There is indeed a small village called Anka nearby. Gray asked, but what are you doing in that small village? Alright Gray. Bai Chi must have his own plans. We shouldn't ask too much. House carried the princess on his back and said, we'll stay with Baron Robbie for a while. If you finish your business, you can come to us. So, goodbye, Bai Chi. Hope to see you again. We'll definitely raise a toast to you and even have a life and death duel with you. Meow. You have to take care of yourself, Xiao Bai. Bai Chi waved goodbye to them. We'll meet again, I promise. Also, after the princess wakes up, don't forget to send my apologies to her. Player Bai Chi, your reputation in Princess Mina's camp has skyrocketed. In the ravine that Monotulus created, hands began to emerge from the ground. They emerged more and more, accompanied by a roaring, terrifying sound. Weeping Cave, level 20 to 30, exploration progress 100%. According to the original game, the first chapter of the game consists of 3 maps. After completing 100% of these 3 maps, the village will give you a reward for the final quest. However, the current progress order has been completely reversed. Burning Jungle, level 10 to 20, exploration progress 90%. Soul Throne is an open-world game. I can skip the newbie village's quests and progress, but as a high-level player with all achievements, I can't accept the fact that the map isn't fully lit and the quest progress isn't 100% complete. Anka Village, Kafir Anka, level 110, exploration progress 0%. Since I was reborn into this world, I haven't had time to calm down, review, and plan for the future. Anka Village is the perfect place to do these things. Although this village is poor, it is relatively safe and harmonious. The villagers are all optimistic and positive. This is a rare place that still retains humanity in the apocalyptic world. And it's all thanks to the village headman, Incarval. He effectively manages the village and is always enthusiastic about helping me in the early stages of the game. He's a trustworthy person. Incarval, village headman, level 10. But, something's not right. The environment here is eerily quiet. Not only are there no insects chirping or birds singing, but even the nightly noise of the villagers gathering around the bonfire to drink is gone. The road leading to the village is much more deserted than I remember. Is it me, or *HWAAAA quadruple A? A terrifying scream. That agonizing scream. Something's definitely wrong with this village. I need to figure this out quickly. The path leading into the village is shrouded in chanting sounds. A group of 3 hooded figures wearing masks were holding a young man captive for a ritual. The young man was struggling desperately. One of them began to speak. Why are you running? Have you abandoned your parents and no longer care? Give up this useless struggle. Embracing ascension is your best choice. The young man continued to struggle. The masked figure commanded, time's up. Start it. The subordinate took out a capped vial. He brought the vial closer to the bound young man. One of them pulled up his shirt. A small green centipede with a mouth full of teeth was poured from the vial onto the young man's stomach. The centipede began to roar. The young man, with his mouth covered, tried to scream, hic, 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 hic. His eyes were filled with terror. Chanting sounds rang out again. As the chanting continued, the centipede burrowed into the young man's stomach. Then, his entire body began to change. Veins started to protrude on his face. Suddenly, a small dagger flew in from afar. The dagger plunged towards the centipede, which was trying to burrow into the young man's body. The centipede was pierced by the small dagger and impaled on a tree behind it. The mysterious figures were shocked. Bai Chi appeared and said coolly, I should have asked who you are first. Anka Village. What in the world is going on? The 2 subordinates, seeing the centipede pierced, cried out in panic, hic, hic, aa. The sacred insect was killed. Aa. This is unforgivable. One of them picked up the centipede's corpse and roared frantically. The Holy Star Mother insect, the ultimate pinnacle of creation, was destroyed like this. It's your fault. No, no. It's that damned strange person. The blasphemer, he's the one who deserves punishment. Bai Chi thought, Holy Star Mother insect? I've never seen this name in the game, but it seems similar. It just shouldn't appear in the newbie village. The cloaked mysterious man, level 5, rushed towards Bai Chi and roared, kill him for me. And use his body to absorb the gift of the Holy Star Mother insect. Kill, 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 kill. Bai Chi quickly dodged their attacks. Immediately, Bai Qi counterattacked. The two of them were instantly killed by one of Bai Qi's moves. He thought, that guy with the tattoos, he's really. His old nest was far away from here. Yet he appeared here, in this village. There's an imposter. The leader took out a spirit insect and said to Bai Qi, don't think this is over, blasphemer. The great gift of the Holy Star Mother insect. You can't understand or imagine it. Sonic waves emanated from his body. The two subordinates moaned in unison, ah 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 ah. Then they trembled frantically, ah. Then, both of them mutated. Bai Qi covered his nose with a cloth and thought, no mistake, this familiar transformation. It all starts with that thing, deep space parasitic bug grand feast. The leader laughed triumphantly, ha, 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 ha. This is the true form of the Ascended. How beautiful and grand. You dare to stop this noble ascension ritual? You must die. K. As he spoke, he released another spirit insect. It trembled. The mutated ones immediately vomited poison, powdered neurotoxin. The grand feast's card trick, skill. Bai Qi quickly used his cloak to block it. If you inhale it, you'll experience hallucinations, and your body and spirit will quickly rot. They swung their sharp claws at Bai Qi. He threatened Bai Qi, don't make any useless resistance. The more you resist, the more painful it will be. Accept your fate. Ha ha ha. But their claws could only tear through Bai Qi's cloak. Unexpectedly, Bai Qi rushed down from above and counterattacked. He asked the leader, who is your master? They only hissed in reply. Bai Qi unleashed sharp sword strikes, severing the two mutated insect people. Not speaking, Then they both disintegrated. The leader was astonished. How is this possible? One move and you killed two ascended beings? Bai Qi announced in a loud voice, I'll give you one last chance. Who is the ascended being you're talking about? Who gave you orders? At this point, he was still stubbornly defiant. Old man, why should I tell you? You dare meddle in our village. You're dead. He ran away as he spoke. Seems like even with the Grand Feast's help, his mind is still stuck in the newbie village. There's no point in keeping him around. Delete and restart. Bai Qi finished his words, and a sword pierced through the man's head. The man choked. Ack. System notification. Player Bai Qi has received 180 soul points, obtained the Insect Summoning Sword. Insect Summoning Sword. Not only is it extremely ugly, but its sound is also very unpleasant. What does it do? Summoning artifact of a strange insect. The sonic vibrations emanating from its tail can stimulate certain parasitic insects hidden in the bodies of living organisms, revealing their original form. Hypothetically, if you were standing behind him, you would be the imposter. But why would he risk using the Grand Feast to bring a low-level village like Enka here? What's his intention? Deep Space Parasitic Bug Grand Feast. These are unidentified alien eggs carried on a ship traveling into deep space. After the spaceship was destroyed, the eggs of those creatures fell out and combined with the organisms of this world, leading to uncontrollable genetic disasters. The Grand Feast can parasitize plants, insects, animals, and even humanoid beings. There are 3 symbiosis results with the host. Type 1, no symbiosis, the host dies directly. Type 2, sequential symbiosis. It's difficult to tell from the outside whether or not they've been parasitized. Type 3 is the most dangerous, mutated symbiosis. The Grand Feast will trigger the special powers of the organism, causing the host to mutate, thereby increasing both strength and intelligence. After being parasitized, although the host's intelligence remains, it will develop an irresistible herd consciousness and obedience. This is the Grand Feast's way of survival. In the original game, there was a cult that worshipped the Grand Feast, but the people just now mentioned the Holy Star Mother insect, which is the true form of the Grand Feast, or something else parasitized by it. According to the original progress, you wouldn't obtain the map of the Grand Feast's location until at least the 3rd chapter of the game. The cause of this anomaly, besides the imposter, I can't find a more plausible explanation. The young man, after escaping the ritual, was still haunted, clutching his head and saying, No, don't come here. Help me, don't kill me. I don't agree to ascension. Don't kill me. This young man is named Dinah, level 2. Bai Qi remembers him. Bai Qi recalled, in the beginning of the newbie village, he was like an NPC following me around. He was a bright and open-minded kid with a lot of potential. You actually completed that high-difficulty quest. I admire you so much, big brother. I will definitely become as powerful as you. 520, 521. Big brother, look, I killed this beast myself. I've got meat for tonight's gathering. See, I'm powerful. What has this kid gone through? Bai Chi sat beside Dinah and comforted him. Don't worry, I won't kill you. But you have to tell me what's behind this. Dinah replied, the village headman, he's become a crazy monster. He's driven everyone in the village crazy with him. Anyone who resists him is either killed or imprisoned, waiting to die. My mother is in the dungeon. I barely escaped and came out here to ask for help. But in this desolate mountain, who can I call to for help? No. If she's forced to become a monster, she'll be beyond saving. Dinah was still panicked and couldn't calm down. Then Dinah ran off. I had to go back and save her. She can't become a monster. Bai Chi used a mark rune on Dinah. Intermediate marking rune. Consumes marking runes. It can mark the specific location of an object. It can be used for 1 hour. The marked target cannot disappear from your sight. The kind and benevolent village headman actually plotted against the villagers he dedicated his life to serving? No, I can't be deceived by appearances. I have to investigate deeper and uncover the truth behind this. Main quest. Solve the anomaly in Anka village. Fight to purify and restore its original peace. Reward. Account unlock points, 1 point.